drink with my best friends. Some people say we have a problem, but every night I make a new best friend, and the only problem is we like having a good time.
Hello. Love wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And y'all know what that means.
What does that mean?
It is another episode of Between Two Beards, the 98th installment.
98, baby.
2 weeks away from B2B 100. And we got some news coming up about that a little bit later, more towards the 9 o'clock, top of the hour. 9 p.m. We got some news about B2B 100 just 2 weeks away. 2 weeks
away. Any guesses? Put it in the chat. What do you think it's going to be?
We got Hab Guy in the chat already saying, let's go. Let's go is right, my friend. We got Big Ben praising Pluggo. We got Hab Guy saying it means I've got my tickets for C4 Hell or High Water on April 28th. Hell yeah, brother. That's going to be a good time.
Nice. Very good.
HCW show. Sports, Beards, 2 of them. Let's go. We got Noob in the chat. Hello. And we got our friend Sierra also in the chat.
Hello.
Good to see you, friends.
Do you think Spencer will fire us right before the 100th episode? It's like a gotcha.
Maybe. Maybe he's been holding on to it. Maybe he's been like behind the scenes going, I've been wanting to get rid of these fuckers since like the 6th week. Sixth week. Maybe what? 14th? Well, how much credit are we giving ourselves? 3. All right. 6 was too much. 6 was too much.
You remember the pre-meeting episode 1? He said he didn't like fireworks. He was anti-fireworks. What did we do? 30?
Yeah, and well, don't say we, but yeah, we. You set the tone right away. You set the tone right away. He was like, I don't like fireworks, and you were like, all right, opening night, watch this shit. That's what you said. That's what you said.
Right.
Hab Guy says he'll let the countdown go for the 100th episode, and when it hits 0, yeah, it's just a blank, just nothing here.
It's been real. We made it.
See ya. That's it. We start right during the thing. We got Dustin saying B2B 100 Pluggo finally admits his fandom and love for the Rads. Ooh, is that the news? You didn't tell me about that.
Listen. That is not what's about to be announced here later on in this episode of Between Two Beards. Now, look, I didn't start this. They did. They're talented wrestlers. The collective of them, they're all very, very talented individuals within the squared circle. Outside of it, I've got some questions about their integrity. That's all.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
Listen, as a whatever you want to call us, we're not journalists. I don't think we're analysts, wrestling analysts. I call
myself a goddamn professional. That's what I call myself.
Okay, well, I call myself the CEO blown budget who occasionally makes wrestling predictions.
First of all, you got your own title wrong because you literally just called yourself the COO when it says under your name that you're the CEO.
I change it up every once in a while.
So you don't even know your friggin' role here, bro.
No, I don't, but I know my role, and I'm never going to shut my mouth. But no, what I was saying is that I occasionally make
plot twist. Pluggo is actually a mole working on the inside for the Rads. Maybe.
Whoa.
Maybe this is a giant ruse.
Maybe. I'm not the one giving out the link. I don't like getting yelled at every week. All I was saying is I made a simple pick. I went with what I thought. From what I saw, I watch every LPW show every month. Last Friday of the month. Bangers after bangers. And I just knew
bangers.
7 had their number going into the last show, LPW 13. Not my fault. They took a loss and they couldn't handle it. They were very quiet last week, if you didn't know.
I was gonna say, and I feel like of what's been going on here, I have been pretty partial. Not partial. What am I looking for? What's the word? I've been down the middle. Obviously, I will defend you, and I will defend this show to the end of time. So if it came down to brass knucks, I'd get the shit kicked out of me. But I'm going down with the ship. I'm going down with the ship, Pluggo.
That's a good one. I would hope so. We've been attached to the hip.
I'm not the one. I'm not the one giving out the link. You know who says stuff like that? Somebody that gave out the link. Yeah. Exactly. He might not be wrong. Oh, we got Sierra.
Sierra's right.
Yeah.
Rads.
Who knows, man?
I didn't expect to start the show off like this. I was going to ask.
We got Lawrence in the chat.
Our lawyer in the house. Dude, he was looking dapper as
he was
on Twitter the other day in that suit.
Oh, wow. He
We
said we
fighting.
fight in the Sads. We have not heard from them in a little
Oh.
bit. Well, Rich King was starting some. Okay. Before we go into that,
Yeah, I
let's
didn't
actually
even say
let's
anything.
put over Rich King first. All right. Let's put over Rich King
And
first.
while we're putting over Rich King in the chat, drop what you guys want to talk about tonight. Let's have some fun.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
how I was
lot-
originally going to start the show before we just started rambling. I was going to say, so what do you want to talk about? That's what I was going to say.
Oh, what do you want to?
But no, Rich King, for all the trouble he's been giving us lately, there's one thing that even Pluggo and I can't deny. And it's that the guy knows a lot about going to the gym, personal training, and being healthy. Because if you look at that man, he does not have an ounce of fat on him. Zero. And if you're looking to get a little bit healthier, you're looking to work on your body, you're looking to just get your mind right through physical, things that I clearly don't do. Rich King. What? Can I not be honest?
I'm with you because
I'm killing this ad right now, bro. I'm killing this ad.
Keep going.
I'm killing this ad right now. Slaying, as the kids say.
Professional.
Slaying, as the children say. RK Athletics is the team to go to. Whether it's personal training, virtually, they can send you plans, meal plans, exercise plans, so you can go to the gym. I'm one of those people, when I decide I want to go to the gym, I go to the gym and I'm like, I don't know really what half this shit does, so I'm going to go on the treadmill for 20 minutes, then my fat ass is going home. That's me at the gym. But if I reached out to Rich and I was like, hey, I need something to keep me on track, he's got your back. He's got your back. And sometimes that's all you need. If I had a schedule or an itinerary and I knew what I needed to do, I'm regimented. I'd bust it out. I would do it, and I'd be on track. So if you're looking to do something like that or get swole, do some stuff, Rich King and RK Athletics is the team to see. And you can follow them on RK Athletics 1 on all social media platforms. So go do that if you're looking to get a little trim. We're going to talk about him a little bit later, Pluggo. We're talking about him tonight.
This guy right here. Who is that?
Can we just take a second to talk about how fucking good I was during that ad right there? That was unbelievable.
It was awesome. It was badass.
It was unbelievable.
I'm sitting here. I don't know what you need me for. You're carrying the team on your back.
We got Smart Mouth popping in saying Punk.
Smooth.
That guy says, the more I hear about Punk coming back, the more I hope he comes back at Forbidden Door. I think he's going to come. The rumor is, all right, we got Smooth. Bro, I like ramen too, bro. Let it out. Say what you feel. Present rumors put him back on the Dynamite right before. Yes, that's in Chicago or Milwaukee. Is it in Milwaukee?
Chicago.
It's Chicago, right?
The Wintrust Arena. I would know. I'm a Punk guy.
And then I'm just hoping for Forbidden Door because I'll be there. There's some guy named Phil. Yes, we'll be talking about him. Sierra saying that I'm awesome. Thank you.
You are
Thank
awesome.
you. Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man's coming back.
Pepsi Man.
Is that where we're starting? We have to, right?
I feel like we got to.
We have to start there.
Yeah. So there was a report today.
Well, there was back-to-back reports. So there was a report yesterday by Fightful Select. SRS, our friends over at Fightful, killing it always. The best $5 I spend every month, for real. It really is. They just pumping out news, and it's accurate. It's vetted. Those are some good people over there. Joel Pearl, friend of the show.
Fun fact: we just recovered from all the money that SRS spent last year.
It's true. Because we had that fella on this show a few times, and he is not cheap. No. He's not cheap. That bill runs high for Sean Ross Sapp. But they had a report yesterday that Punk was getting the wrestling bug again, and he had reached out to AEW saying that he wanted to come back and he was willing to work with anybody. Oh, Bebe, good to see you, friend, popping in. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Long time.
We're just diving into the CM Punk news. We got Hab Guy saying, oh, make sure you watch Rampage this week. We got Spencer in Love Wrestling popping in saying, hey, guys, Spencer, you would have been so proud of me. Just killed an ad, bro. Clip that shit.
We said nice things about Rich King.
Yeah, we did.
Wonderful.
We did.
We're professionals, boss.
We did. Oh, we were going to dive into what happened earlier. Well, Rich King was starting some stuff on Twitter. He put me over, though. So,
yeah, of
cool.
Course he did.
But he was starting some stuff on
Trying
Twitter.
to drive
so you want to go
wedge.
check that out, you can go check that out. No, but the report was that CM Punk had reached out and to AEW, been in contact with AEW about a comeback, saying he would be willing to work with anybody and was kind of hoping to work with Omega and the Bucks. But as of that report, it had not been reciprocated that they were down for that. But that was the initial report.
Yeah.
And then another report came out today, and it's not, they didn't say it was speculation, but they said it wasn't like, I forget the actual verbiage, but the report came out that said that there are tentative plans for him to actually come back. And the idea would be, it would be on that Dynamite in Chicago. And that in there, it said that CM Punk wants to work with Omega and the Bucks, but Fightful has not heard if the Bucks or Omega are interested or want to do that, which at the end of the day, if that's the case, you grown-ups, boys. You grown-ups. Think where the money's at.
Tired anymore. He's not old and works with children.
But the report even said that CM Punk would be willing to like talk, like be in a room and talk it through, like have a conversation beforehand. Like, it just seems like Punk is on board, according to the two reports the last couple of days.
I mean, sure. Why wouldn't he be?
I mean, yeah, duh. If CM Punk wants to wrestle for your company, it makes financial sense to do that. And he's already under contract. Obviously, how he left last fall was not ideal. Not ideal. But if he wants to come back and play ball, you let him come back and play ball. However,
right,
I think you got to have a short leash, right?
Chat, are you
leash.
bringing Punk back, or you keeping him?
Come on,
keeping him on the sidelines? Yeah, chat. Well, no, I asked because
Spencer, like, not ideal. Yeah, not ideal.
It
was not ideal.
In terms how he left, and I had posted that on the socials earlier about would you bring him back, would you not? And a lot of people said that this whole thing was a big work. This was not a work. This would have been the dumbest work of all time.
I'm gonna let you say your piece, and then I'm gonna go in on those people.
Because again,
I want to read some comments too. So go ahead. You do you, but then we'll read the comments, and then I'm gonna go in on.
You know how I feel.
This was a work, people.
It was not a work. It was a shoot. It happened. It was a mistake. Maybe he's changed a new leaf. Maybe he's grown up a little bit. Phil, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know if is it long? Well, that's not the word I'm looking for. Long term, short term. Is the short term gain of CM Punk returning worth the long-term ramifications of, because I mean, he is 47, 48 years old. He's not going to be doing this for 20 more years. And you already have a bunch of people in the locker room that aren't fans. Do you want them walking out because of CM Punk? I don't know. But the money there is, yes, it's there. And you have a big 90,000 seat arena coming up. So is it worth it? Sure. Maybe. For one show, I don't know.
I mean, but if you can get CM Punk and FTR versus Young Bucks and Omega to headline Wembley, I mean,
yeah.
Or you get Punk and MJF 3, or there's a lot
like
of Punk and Omega just against each one-on-one. There's a lot of things you can do.
Punk, Omega, and the Bucks, they're all out to dinner. It was all a big work. They're all laughing.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna lean in on that in a second. But Hab Guy says, I read that could be part of the reasoning for another weekly show too. Can keep anybody that has issues with one another separated, almost like a soft roster split. Bebe saying, be adults and make money. You got to keep Punk. Dustin saying he can only come back once he's watched the entire Rocky series. I'm assuming I'm assuming that this is towards the not ideal. Like that's like saying Barry Bonds did a few steroids. Barry Bonds never failed a test, my friends.
Yeah,
never failed a test.
As far as
not once.
I know, that guy's clean.
I mean, he is.
I saw that man hit a home run.
We clearly know he did them, but he never failed a test. And then we have Sierra asking, that's okay. CM Punk, if you just started watching wrestling recently, CM Punk. It's a long story with CM Punk. I suggest going to YouTube. He's in my top 5. He's Pluggo's favorite of all time. Go to YouTube.
If you have Sierra, or go to if you have Peacock, if you have WWE Network, wherever
he's got a biography on there.
He's got a documentary, and it can get a good history. That would be in his WWE time, but not so much now. I don't know if they have anything now, but
there you go. Now you both got homework.
Hey, I mean, Smooth, just for you, I'm rocking that 13-0 Tampa Bay Rays cap today.
And kicked the shit out of my team these last 4 days. Holy moly.
There you go.
Are they ever going to lose? They're going 162-0, the Rays? Is that what's going on?
Might as well at this point.
Yeah.
What's the point of losing now?
Yeah. Yeah. This
Free
this
Ace.
right here from
So, yeah.
Bebe, also very good advice. Just YouTube pipe CM Punk
got the
pipe
pipe
bomb
bomb.
promo. It's really all. I mean, it's not all you need to see, but we got Have Guy doesn't like the race.
But
It's
that's
okay.
what.
I don't like
That's
him either.
fine.
I'll go on a 20-minute.
But
We're not
I
going
mean,
to
the
because we
pipe
got
bomb.
big news
The
coming up
pipe
at 9
bomb
o'clock.
is
Yeah.
the like peak of where like his stardom really rose. But I mean, he's my favorite. 8-month
Yes.
Jericho Punk feud. Yeah, that I mean,
They were. Oh, that was part of the report as well on today's report.
I
It
will
said
say
that
I'm a
Jericho and him
huge,
could talk. Oh,
and that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, is it worth it short term? I know Jericho was vocal about what was going on, and then like some of your younger talent that maybe wasn't too keen on the idea. Do you want to risk them walking out the door just to sell out Wembley? Is it worth it there? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I love CM Punk, so selfishly I want to see him wrestle again, but I also know that he does that again. You know, shame on, fool me once, shame on you, fool me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you bring him back.
Well, that's why
he
I
gets
said
pissed off.
you need to have a
he
short
doesn't
leash.
have a
Like,
track record anywhere of being happy.
yeah. So what I think you got to do, right? If you are going to bring him back, if you're Tony Khan, you have to have the mentality of this could be for one match. That would be the mentality I would have. This literally could be for one match.
Yeah.
So we need to do what we got to do, have the match that we need to have, and we just put plans in place. Because obviously, if he's going to be a good boy for a little bit, you want to make that shit work because he's one of the all-time greats, and he can, as he showed last year before he got hurt, he can still do very well. He's still good, but you have to have. You have to have a plan in place for when or if you even get a small sense that he's about to fucking implode again. And then you're like, all right, we're cutting it off before it happens. Right. Or you just have to have your head on a swivel, I think, if you're bringing him back.
And I mean, Tony Khan played this right. I mean, in the moment, maybe like if you're Tony Khan in the moment, you're sitting there going, I'm going to fire this, MFer real quick. But then you just basically gift him to another company while he's at the height of the brawl out stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because who wouldn't say, hey, CM Punk, here's a bag of money. Come tell us what happened on like WWE, for instance. So you sit on it, you sit him home, cooler heads prevailed. Maybe they can work it out. Maybe the Bucks and Omega see, hey, there's a lot of money that we could have right here with this show. Let's blow it out of the water. Because this is all, again, like who said it earlier? Have Guy or Bebe, one of the two said, grow up, make money, be adults. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. We got Have Guy saying, I was talking to a coworker and said the Rays should get the shirts that say on pace for 162 just because. Yeah, they should. And their 14 fans will buy them. All right. So unbelievable.
I'll buy one.
100 win team, like perennially winning divisions, making it to the playoffs. Their stadium, trash. And like today, like the Red Sox were there for 4 games, getting the shit kicked out of them. 70 to 80% of the fans that were there were Red Sox fans.
They offer unlimited games for $49.99 a month or something.
Of course they do.
You can go to as many games as you want in a month for.
Meanwhile, I live in a city with the most expensive baseball tickets in the league, and they suck. The team's terrible. You want me to pay $100 to get shit seats? Pay $19 for a beer? Go F yourself.
Hey, somebody while JPJ is fired up, anybody in the chat right now, just say that this whole thing was a work and let him go.
Oh my God, yes. I want to talk about this.
Somebody type in the CM Punk thing was a work. Please.
Okay. Let's just think about this constructively. Can we think about it constructively?
Wait till our fans, tee off.
Regardless of what you think of him as a booker or as whatever, Tony Khan is a very smart businessman. He is a billionaire. Yes, a lot of it is his dad's money, but he's a billionaire on his own.
With a B.
Yes, with a B.
Yes, baby. So do I.
Baby says, I love it when JPJ. Pluggo wants me to get more. He wants me to do that more often.
Yeah.
He wants me to do that more often.
I would sit here for hours on end and just listen to you rant about things. It's my favorite.
Pisses me off.
Some of
the best ones I've had have been like off air after we end, and Pluggo's like, bro, why didn't you just do that at the show? Yeah. It wasn't a work at the start. Yes, I think this is what if everyone plays nice and,
It's like
and
the
we hear
MJF
that the
thing.
Bucks and Omega are like, yeah, we'll do something with Punk if he comes back, then I think you easily make it become a work. Yes, because at the end of the day, like Bebe said, we're adults here. You can make a lot of money if you do something good about it. So do something good about it. Make good of a bad situation. It's what good adults, normal people should try to do. But the people that think it's a work. So you think Tony Khan, this businessman, was like, all right, I got a plan, guys. Hey, Bucks, Omega, Punk, Ace, get over here. I got an idea.
It's gonna be
Hey, bring the
good.
dog too. The dog needs to be in on this. I
Larry,
have
the
an
dog?
idea.
Larry the dog?
Yeah,
Is
he
it
needs to be
Larry
in it
then?
because he's
Yeah.
part of the story. He needs to be here. Everyone
Yeah.
is what we're going to do. Punk's going to lose the title. All right? Punk's going to lose. And he's going to come back here and he's going to make me look like a fucking idiot for 15 minutes. And I'm going to sit here like a fucking idiot and let him make me look like a fucking idiot. Then he's going to insult
the whole
the
company.
guys that are executive vice presidents and who started this thing to the point where they're going to get in a fight backstage. The dog's going to get injured. People are going to be biting people. It's going to be crazy. Then, oh wait, he did win the title. Punk did win the title. I got that wrong. He's going to win the title. My bad. That makes this even better.
Come on.
Even better.
now.
It's even better. He's going to win the title. So then they're going to get in a fight, right?
Oh, and
Then-
don't forget the Elite are going to win titles too.
Yeah, the Elite
Not
are going to
real
win
titles.
brand new titles that were
new.
debuting that night. And we're going to get them in a fight, and then we're going to suspend our 4 most popular wrestlers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to suspend them, and we're going to vacate our world title and the titles that we just created for tonight. That brilliant, right?
That's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Gold.
Brilliant.
Oh my God.
And
Let's
then-
do that.
and
Oh,
then-
it's been all over the computer.
And then you guys aren't going to be here for like 2 or 3 months. It's going to be great.
yeah.
So good,
And
right?
we're going to have to do a bunch of damage control,
Yeah.
crown new champions,
Interim champions and all sorts of stuff. Tournaments.
greatest work in wrestling history.
Unbelievable. Genius, really. I don't know how it like big brain move. It's a big brain move.
Yeah. But
It's not-
I will say the
Unbelievable.
whole time I would love to believe during our fantasy land of that being a massive work is that the Fire Ace Steel thing was a shoot the whole time. I can just see Terry. No, fuck
Spencer,
you.
yes,
Steel.
that is exactly what I think happened.
Tony's like, Tony,
Yeah,
he'd be
just
tweaking.
freaking
They
out.
all hug.
It's gonna be the greatest thing of all time. It's gonna be the
Greatest
greatest story of all time. No, that's not what happened. It's not a work. It's not a work. It was an old injured asshole venting, being a piece of shit. And some guys took exception to it and didn't act like adults, and they got in a fist fight because we're all children. And that's why CM Punk was angry in the first place, because he works with children.
Yeah.
And they acted just the way he told everybody that they were. Oh my God.
By the way, on top of all of that, even if it was
Jesus.
a work, why is it such a bad thing if you get worked in wrestling once in a while? I had a lot of angry
Man.
people today on the old Facebook. That
You
were
told me
just
that, and I
like,
was like, I
dude,
I can't.
I'm telling you, like, think about it, genius. And then you know what? During like all of that whole downtime, we're just gonna wait until we announce All In, and it all comes back, or Forbidden Door, whichever.
Well, he is slated. If it happens,
If it
the
happens.
rumor is he will return the Dynamite before Forbidden Door, I think, something like that.
Sure, but
So-
then again, but who's he wrestling at Forbidden Door? You don't bring him back before
I have
Forbidden
no
Door to
idea.
not wrestle at, unless you only want him to wrestle at Wembley. I don't know.
I don't
Tony
know.
Khan, you evil genius! You had us all worked. We're marks over here. We're
Saying Punk
Good
versus
on-
Okada.
good on TK to just sit there while that dude's eating a muffin, drinking a spindrift, and just take that belittling he got without breaking.
I mean, it was all part of the plan.
I mean,
If you look back on it, truly, it was actually pretty good acting by Tony Khan that he was not
yeah.
upset that this guy was making him look like a petulant idiot, like
Do
just a
you
moron.
think Tony Khan wrote the script himself and said, "Here's"?
I don't
the
know.
lines"?
No, a guy like CM Punk, you just got to trust him. That you got to let him go.
But if you're gonna
You can't
do
trust
a
him
work,
anymore.
you're gonna
can't
do a
trust him
work to
anymore.
this magnitude. You got to have some parameters.
Yeah, yeah. If he returns before Forbidden Door, he wrestles at Forbidden. I would say so. What if he returns at Forbidden Door? Like, what if Omega and the Bucks don't play ball at first? They're like, yeah, we'll ease into it. Let's see how he is.
It's crotchety and old stuff.
Yeah, like just we'll see how he is. I'm not one.
If Grandpa comes in here talking about the good old days, we're out. That's what I'm.
Yeah. Like. So what if it's MJF versus Okada?
Oh, Spencer will be
Forbidden Door. Wait, who is currently the New Japan Pro? Who's that? Is it? It's not Okada, right? Is he the champion? I don't know. I don't watch it religiously. So I will be
on. The last I checked, he was. Sonata.
It's Sonata. Sonata's the champ. All right, that's cool though. I do like Sonata. But what if it's MJF? What if it's MJF versus Okada? Maybe.
You got to sell some tickets to Forbidden.
And MJF wins.
Tickets to Forbidden Door, but you want the pay-per-view buys.
And MJF wins, right? And then what if Punk's music hits? And we're looking at MJF Punk 3 at Wembley. If the Elite don't want to play ball right away.
See, and this is what I was talking about earlier, right? Like that sounds awesome in theory, but do you scrap everything all the work you've planted with the pillars and stuff, and do you scrap all that for Punk and just go right back into title pictures for him? Knowing how it ended last time, you said you got to walk on eggshells. Does Punk need to be in an AEW?
No, I think Punk should. I agree with Spencer that I think Punk should come back and be way away from the title. But if the Elite, all right, so where do you go then? If the Elite, let's just play hypothetical
world title. Like if you want to throw Punk with FTR and do a trios title thing, like whatever, right? Like I don't care about that. Like that's not. I'm talking that world title scene where he held it twice for a total of like 9 days.
Yeah, it was rough.
And then he blew the company up during that work promo at Brawl Out. Like I just would be weary about scrapping because I really enjoy what's going on with Darby, Jungle Boy, Sammy.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think that needs some time to do its thing. So I would be very careful about just being like MJF, he's yours. Maybe down the road you go down, maybe at Wembley if you really want, but I don't know. I have a feeling Drew McIntyre will be at Wembley Stadium for AEW shows, so maybe he's the guy.
That could be the rumor. That tells me it could be the rumor. Hey,
MJF, Drew McIntyre, sign me up.
We got Cody saying Punk sells tickets, but he has never really appealed to me. It's fine, subjective. I love him. He like again. Here's my thing. I'm not gonna say he really left me sour with what happened last year. Really left me sour. But it is what it is, you know. Punk doesn't appeal to me either, Hab Guy says, but I want him to do something at Forbidden Door so I can say I was there, laugh out loud. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. If that was his first match back that night, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But either way, it seems like a return of CM Punk might be closer than we all originally thought, because it seems like it's pretty imminent within the next little bit here.
And it's not a bad decision. I mean, the guy draws money.
Definitely not a bad decision. He's your biggest draw. So he is. Sorry.
Like
he is.
You know, it's clear the numbers have been down since but I have liked what they've been doing at Dynamite. I just don't want, and that's where I worry. Like, I don't want Tony Khan to scrap all of this because he had to, like, again, for this to be a work, he did a lot of legwork to kind of like rebuild the image of Dynamite after Brawl Out. Like, let's not just throw CM Punk back to the wolves. I know you're paying him a shit ton of money, but it wouldn't be the first time in history that we paid somebody to stay home, or we just paid somebody on like, here, you wrestle like twice a year.
Yeah, agreed.
So, you know, I just would be worried if I'm TK. I know you're moving it or shaking and you're always thinking, but I would err on the side of caution with my guy Punk here, as much as I'd love to see him wrestle again. Hell, Chicago's not that far from me, and I missed his return last. I didn't go because I don't know. I should have went.
Yeah, you should.
Tickets weren't that bad, but then I stayed home and I cried. Like I had tears of like, oh my God.
I was in a hotel room in Las Vegas on a Friday night.
Yeah,
watching it on a friggin' iPad.
Spenny Love.
With Spencer Love and Joel Pearl.
Yeah.
3 grown-ass men in Las Vegas on Friday night. Prime, like, going out time. We were like, no. We need to sit in this hotel room and watch this on a laptop. That's what we need to do.
We're the prime of our lives, Las Vegas.
God damn it, we got to do it. We got to do it.
We gotta
And we
stay
did.
in.
And then we went out drinking and to dinner, and then we went and sang karaoke with Nick Gage. That's what we did.
But I guess while you're in Vegas, that's not too bad because for you, that would have been 8 o'clock. For me, it was like 11. So
yeah, it's true. No, it was earlier, so we knew, and it's Vegas. Like Vegas never sleeps, right? So we knew we were going to have the evening. But still, you would think like, 7:30 on a Friday night in Vegas. Like, let's go, let's have it on. We were like, nope, we're staying in this fucking hotel room. And that's true. Yeah, we only watched the punk segment and left. We did. Yeah, that's true. But
for sure.
yeah.
And then we had one. I feel like you guys had many.
It was a hell of a night. It was a hell of a night.
We should
Nick
go
Gage.
to SummerSlam in Detroit. That's a riot of a city.
Yeah, I'd be down. The next NXT show is in my neck of the woods. It's the same night as Double or Nothing. No, Killer.
That's right.
Man, CM Punk, dude. All right, well, I think that should probably be the lead into. Well, let us know in the chat what you guys want to talk about. Should we talk some Dynamite last night? I mean, I know we're gonna, but like, should we talk about that now? We got a big announcement coming up in just under a half hour as we get close to the 9 o'clock hour. A big announcement.
What is it? I don't
that
even
involves
know what
Love
it is.
Wrestling. I got it, bro.
You got it? Because I haven't.
I'm on fire tonight, bro.
Nobody tells me nothing.
I'm on fire.
Actually, joke's on you guys. I know what it is, and if you guys drop enough money in my Cash App, I might just tell you.
Wow. Pluggo might go off script.
I could be bought.
Pluggo could go. Wow. Everyone's got a price. You know, that's what
Try
they
to
say.
get that CM Punk bag, baby. No,
You got
I ain't tell you.
If you can get the bag, you get the bag. Respect to you.
While you're hanging out, we'll talk about whatever. Well,
oh, we got a guess from Cody saying Love Wrestling is coming to Regina. Well, I don't know. I don't make those calls. Calls, my friend.
What's Regina? No, I'm not trying to be. Where's that at?
Is a place.
Is that in Canada?
It could be. I bet you there's a couple Reginas in the United States as well.
We're not very good at geography on this program.
Well, don't say we. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I thought it was in Saskatchewan. I was going to guess that. I'm not just saying that.
Well, Spencer Love is in the chat. He could answer that. Is Love Wrestling going on the road?
Is that something? That will happen?
To Brock
Who knows?
Lesnar's
Maybe
neck of
down the
woods?
line. But we'll see. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, what?
Regina pronounced as in jive?
As in jive? Regina. Like that?
Regiva?
Regina. Sorry, I'm from
Regina.
Yeah. Hey, look, you want to do yourself a favor about how certain towns, countries or towns or counties, whatever it's go on YouTube and Google. Not right now. You watch the show, you leave, you're never coming back. All right. You stay here till we're done. Until we're done. But then go on YouTube and Google people trying to pronounce Massachusetts town names. Some of the dumbest, like, it's hilarious. I don't know what the hell they were doing when they made this state. Rhymes with fun.
Saskatchewan from Grown Ups when he's like, "You ladies from Saskatchewan?"
America. Yeah, that's right. That's
America.
right.
That's right.
Rhymes with fun. Yeah.
Not only you're America, you're from Boston where they're like, "Damn right, America."
No.
Tea party up in this bitch.
No. What? The Tea Party? We were the what?
Boston Tea Party, bro.
Yeah, that was us kicking the Brits out.
I know. America.
We were the ones that we were the ones. Oh, yeah, that's true. I thought you meant like now. I thought you meant like now.
I meant like
I was like, that's a whole different meaning now, Pluggo. We don't have to get into that. But being America now is completely different than when we were throwing fucking tea in the river. All right, that was completely different.
You started
completely different meaning. I don't have time for this. Jesus.
History lesson with the beards.
Bruh. Let's not dive in, huh? Let's not dive in. What else is there to talk about? Is that it? Should we just make this announcement and get out of here?
CM Punk, Boston Tea Party, major announcement.
There you go. History, major announcement. Out of here. No, let's talk Dynamite because Dynamite was good last night. Okay. This promo happened after the opening match, but I just got to say, Sting, that promo last night, that Sting cut was just awesome. It was just so awesome. Wait, what's going on? Spencer's saying that he learned something new tonight. Oh, he said, wait, you can't Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh yeah, Hab guy. If you look on the stream, he's got words are in italics. Look at that.
Is that true?
Does that?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Damn. Hab guy, you're changing the game, brother. You're changing the game. First of all, Dynamite started out last night. Darby and Swerve had a great match. And I don't want to just gloss over it. Wow,
Yeah.
test this show just now. But afterwards, MJF comes out, and he actually puts Darby over a lot. Like, he talks about the match they had and how Darby's one of the best people he's ever been in the ring with, and actually talks pretty well about him for the most part.
He was a real sweetheart, that MJF.
Yeah, I know. Very rare you see him on that, right? And then Darby starts really getting into this. I think at one point he said the plastic world. This plastic world ain't for me, man. He started getting really heavy into that stuff. But so then
So emo.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm an emo kid, but that was even too much for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was plastic world, bro. Come on. What are we doing? What are we, 12? Come on. But so then MJF says, "Oh, well, your daddy Sting. He is emo Darby." And I like Darby. I like Darby a lot. And I agree with what Sting said, that Darby
daddy.
will be a future world champion. But Sting comes out and Sting goes, "No, I'm not Darby's daddy. What I am is I'm a cheerleader." And he starts hitting MJF in the face with the pom-poms, which was just MJF he's like, "What the hell?" And he's so pissed off.
I got a fever.
Yeah, and I got a fever. You can hear me. Pom-poms. And he's hitting him with the pom-pom. Oh, it was good. It was good.
I was dying.
And then I liked how Sting went through his career. He mentioned the Surfer Sting. He put over Ric Flair. He mentioned the Crow Sting. He mentioned the Wolfpack Sting, which got a good pop. And he said Kevin, and he looked up and said Scott Hall. And then he even said, and as you can still see, I got a little bit of Joker left in me, his TNA run and stuff like that. So I thought that was just very cool. And I loved what he said. I said, "Hey, look at the road's almost to the end here, man. I don't got many of these left." Yeah, Showtime's almost up here, and I still got some left in me, but I'm here to ride it out. But there's one thing that I don't have left in me, and that's going for that world title. That's out of my reach now. But you know what? This guy, he's a future world champion, and he's my best friend. And I know I'm his.
Which
I'm his
I thought was awesome, because 99.
No, I think Darby said that Sting was his best friend or something like that.
Yeah.
Which was
but
great.
99% of the time, Sting, they were like, "I'm coming for that belt too." We know you're not. So I appreciate you doing that. I thought that was dope. Darby talked about how he bought a house for his parents and he went to therapy. I love that there's this therapy talk. There's this, it's been out there in these promos, and I love that about the mental health awareness. And what did he say? What we got the boss saying? "Back in 10 minutes, take a phone call. Sorry." What the we'll be back for the major.
You notice how Spencer's leaving? Oh boy.
Bring him on. What do you want?
I'm sticking, baby. The boys want to see me.
We already
show again.
You're not
After
our major.
One whole week off. We are back, baby.
How you feeling?
Were you
How you feeling?
Wounds last week? What happened?
JPJ, it's nice to see you again, man.
Nice to see you. Nice
It
to
is
see
nice
you.
All the well wishes.
Thank you.
Nice
Appreciate
to see
it.
JPJ every week. What brings you to these parts, Rich?
I know Pluggo's going to dig in, and I'm not saying this to dig in, but I am going to ask, how are you feeling coming off? You did lose to 7. It happened. I'm asking a legitimate question. I'm not asking coming from a bad place. Pluggo probably is Pluggo's happy. That's a thing between you two. I'm just asking. I am doing.
Oh, now you're not.
I am
happy?
reporting.
Oh,
I am asking a journalistic question.
Okay.
How are you and the gang feeling coming off the defeat to 7?
First and foremost, JPJ, you're always so professional and well-spoken on these podcasts. I really appreciate your professionalism above anything else, unlike your BS partner. But you know what? Me and the boys, we took a little bit of time. It took some real bonding experiences for us to kind of get over what happened. Basically, 7 cheated, and we all saw it. It wasn't an official loss. We're going to fight this loss to get turned into a no contest, similar to other situations where we have been cheated out of victory. We had the match won. If it wasn't for Thaddeus Archer jumping up, grabbing my foot, and taking out Mars, it would have been over.
Okay.
And we're going to show that once again next month when we go up against Mars and TJ Cannon, 2 people that don't get along. We're best friends. We fight for friendship. These guys don't even get along.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't stand a chance against us next month.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted some insight and answer. That's all I was looking for there.
Of course.
We do have a question.
Whatever you want.
We do have a question.
I thought you were
okay. Go, Pluggo. No, I'll let you go first
apologize.
before I show the question.
Oh,
No, go.
God,
I just thought he was coming in to apologize for all of the negative things he said about me and how I was wrong about my pick. I'm a professional too. I make picks. That's what I do. And I picked correctly.
You were wrong. They had to cheat.
I wasn't wrong. 7-1. They
cheaters.
won. They got the 1, 2, 3. They won. In the
You
record books,
cheer
it just
for
says
cheaters.
7
I bet you were a big
over
like
Reds.
Mark McGuire fan or Sammy Sosa, you know?
Sammy
I
Sosa's
was a big
accurate. He is a
Sammy
Chicago
Sosa
Cubs
fan.
fan. He is a
Yeah.
Chicago
Oh,
Cubs
yeah.
fan.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that one's accurate. That one's accurate.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you, Rich. You're spot on. Sammy Sosa all
I
day.
kind of figured.
Favorite Cub.
Hey. So our friend in the chat,
agree on something. I love it.
our
Look at
friend
that.
in the
We're
chat,
making-
D.
we're
Cody,
making progress.
he asked a question.
Go to shut up really quick.
No, it's
Because
all right. No,
JPJ,
sometimes
you
you
have a
don't-
serious
No.
question.
He has it in chat, and I guess it's good to hear it from both sides. So we have, but he asks, what's with the
Dialogue is
Rads
important.
hate?
Yeah, why you hating?
Yeah, I've been wondering that this whole time. Why people don't like us. All we do is win, win, win. All we do, touch tips, shake
for
hips,
last
win
month.
championships everywhere we go. We're the most entertaining part of any card you put us on, whether it's in Edmonton, Saskatchewan, if it's in Manitoba. Hell, we've even gone all the way up to Nunavut, baby. We are basically nationwide. This is a thing that we're bringing around, coming soon to international waters too.
Oh,
Take my word for it. We will be in your part of the woods in no time.
they're coming after you, Pluggo. They're gonna find you.
And there won't be any hiding from the judge then.
No, boy.
I'm not hiding from the judge.
You're
I'm
scared.
not hiding at all. I'm
Man,
not
I
We
can
got
scared.
Rad's
smell the
World
sweat
Order.
on
We
you
got
already.
some
No
Rad's
judge
World Order. In the
scares
chat.
I can smell the sweat on you from here. You're perspirating.
That's
can
because
see
I
it through
haven't
your grimy
showered today.
skin.
That's only because I
How
haven't
greasy you
showered.
look all of a sudden. You're scared. As soon as I mentioned that,
Yeah,
you're like, oh no, I bet your cheek got really
I still
cold.
don't understand. You're the one that stole our link. You come into our show, you trash our show. We never show up on your show.
I would never.
Today,
This is
today
a
that was
private
all
invite,
you.
baby.
I
This is
simply
a private invite that only the Rads get, and we're a little
From
smarter
who?
than you think.
From who?
From who? Who?
Who's
Who?
giving you this?
Who? Who?
So I
Who?
said it at the top
Who?
of the show. I said it at the top of the show. You probably didn't hear that. I said you guys are all talented wrestlers. You just met your match at LPW 13, and I think LPW 14, same result might happen. You might have met your match and lose those precious belts. Then what are you gonna do? Then
Listen,
what?
sir, we are
What
not losing
happens
this
when
thing.
you lose those
you
belts?
see the tag on my little name thingy down here
Yeah,
on the
I
bottom?
can- I
We're the
can
greatest
read.
tag team champions of all time. We're the longest reigning. We're the most defendingest. Okay.
What happens
There's no
if
one
you
that's
lose?
going to be taking these titles away from us. No matter what you want to believe in, what conspiracy theories you believe, hormones in the water, birds aren't real, whatever conspiracy theory you believe in, Pluggo,
Yeah.
this ain't one of them that's coming true.
Okay.
Because the Rads are going to walk into LPW. We're going to walk on in there. We're going to boot Mars back to Oompa Loompa land. We're going to throw TJ Cannon back on a bus to Winnipeg because God knows they don't have an airport. So
Is that true?
What?
Did they
Is
not
that
have
true?
a-
Wait,
Well,
Winnipeg doesn't have an airport?
no, it's common Canadian knowledge that Winnipeg does not have an
Oh,
airport. You have to
wow.
fly down into North Dakota, take a bus, and then
Wow.
you're into Winnipeg.
Wow. I did not know that.
Wow,
fair
interesting.
enough.
See, look, we're
You
learning
guys
something
really
new.
need to read a book, a Canadian book.
Nah, I got some books right there.
Learn about toonies, learn about loonies,
Toonies, loonies.
learn about
Toonies are $1, right?
I've heard a fair share
Loonies are
of
$1.
geese stories from
Geese, I've
my
heard
Canadian
geese.
friends. They are savages up there.
Yeah, I'd imagine that you're a little bit more educated in the topic, JPJ, than your friend here, Pluggo.
I was just about to say this has been the most cordial conversation we've had over this last month and a half, and then you got to go and take shots.
See, now you're trying to suck up, aren't you? Hey,
no, I'm just listen.
Now
I'm
that you
just
see
sitting
like
here.
JPJ
You
is
guys
like coming
lost.
over to our
You
side.
guys lost. You
trying to
won't
follow
own
that
up
too,
to
aren't you?
it. You're not going to own up to it. You guys lost.
It is
no. I
Decody
was right.
is
You were wrong. It is what it is. It
talking
doesn't
about
matter.
Canada.
You lost.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Talking about Canada, Decody also, he is right. Earlier, we did not know how to pronounce Regina.
How did you pronounce it?
Regina. Sorry.
I mean, that's kind of how it's spelled, but
That okay, all right. That that's how I said it, and they were ragging on us that we didn't.
it's
know.
Regina, baby. Gotta love Regina.
Regina. All right, so
So you're
fair
not
question though. I
losing-
think Pluggo poses a fair question though. Like,
What's
and
that?
I like the confidence that always. I'm a confident fella myself. I think you guys
Well,
are
that's why you
confident.
fit so well at being a Rads fan is because of your confidence.
You know.
Oh, you're a Reds fan now,
Hey,
JP?
Pluggo, I never said it.
You're a
His
rad
words,
man.
not mine. His words, not mine. But has that thought come into your mind? Like, what is the plan if we lose our titles?
Guys. Number one, we don't have a backup plan, and that's why we're always successful.
It's fair.
Okay?
It's fair.
It's not if and or but. It is when we win and as we defend our championship. That's it. We move on to the next challenge. Seven want us to come at us and they want to cheat in a trios match. Awesome. That doesn't have the titles on the line. There's really no stakes for us there. We go for the big matches. We go for money here. And as soon as we win that LPW Tag Team Championship match, that's another check mark beside yet another team that we've beaten. You can add it beside the Serial Thrillers. You can put that beside the Bollywood Boys. You can put that beside Pure Lyra. You can put that between the Clandestine Society. You can put that between B-Rat and Thickness, whatever you want to call that. There's a laundry list of teams that we've beaten, and that's only an LPW because we've beaten SOE. We've beaten Irish and Parish. We've beaten the Mutiny. We've beaten almost every single tag team you can believe in. Beast Around down in Calgary. We've beat them too. We hit all the check boxes, okay? No one can stop us. So you want to know where that confidence comes from? It comes from the proof in the pudding. When you put us in a 200,
every title run must come to
we
an
don't
end.
lose, baby. We don't lose.
Except you lost last month. I
that
saw
was
it.
a cheat. Again, that's going to be a no contest in no time. It's not even going to be on cagematch.net.
It probably already is.
It's probably
It
not.
should be. And it just will say 7 defeated Rads. It won't say anything else. That's all 1, 2, 3 taking L's, man.
It will be a no
Taking
contest.
L's and touching
Oh wait,
tips.
Spencer's
baby.
saying it unfortunately already is. So
Boom!
he already is on cage match.
Spencer is
We are
clearly
very
biased.
consistent in providing
So,
results.
You guys know this, that the Rads have been conspired against since day one in LPW. You know, the fan voting for the fan. It's like, who does management want to be pushed? Who does management want the fans to get behind? It ain't the Rads. We don't get the credit we deserve. And that's why we do what we do. That's why we stick together. That's why we're a family. That's why we're best friends. And that's why we keep winning championships everywhere we go. Because it's not just a chip on this shoulder. It's a championship, baby.
For now.
Fair enough.
For now.
Forever. Then, now, forever.
Then, now, forever. All right. Look at that. One thing I've never questioned is your wit. All right. That's one thing I've never questioned.
I've never questioned anything about them other than the fact that I thought they were going to lose last month and they piled on me. That's all I'm saying. I baked one pick.
More Rads hate. They are awesome. We have in the chat. More Rads hate. They are awesome. So
hey, he's allowed his opinion to Cody. That's fine. They're awesome if that's what you think. They took the loss.
He's a very smart person. But JPJ, I just want to say thank you for all your kind wishes, the packages you've been sending us. You know, despite Pluggo trying to make it sound like it's been a dog poop on a stoop, it's actually quite appreciated by me and all the Rads.
Rich called the shit poop.
On the shit poop.
But you know what, Pluggo? We've been through a lot this last month. You know, the whole 7 versus Rads thing and you picking 7 over us. You know, I'm not going to hold that against you. But what I do want to say really quickly is I appreciate how much that you are the absolute worst streamer of all time. How
Oh,
much
that's not nice.
JPJ
That's
has
not
had to
nice.
cover for you on this show for almost 100 episodes. It's embarrassing how bad you are at your job.
Oh,
And
that's
you
not
know
nice.
what? With that being said, a good one.
Somebody's got to be the worst. Wow!
That wasn't
Wow!
Oh my god.
Anyway, Swags, Colpito.
Yeah, Colpito popped in
the house.
right before
We
that.
missed him. Sorry, we're getting yelled at.
We got Hab guy saying he's undecided on the Rad, so he can be swayed either way. You haven't seen enough matches to come to an informed opinion. We got Cody saying Pluggo versus Rich. Pluggo's already been challenged by Judge Ben Omen for LPW 15. I don't think it's going to happen, but technically he's already been challenged. And we have Sierra saying, "I don't hate anyone. I just like watching wrestling." That's a good attitude.
Yeah. No, attitude. I don't hate the Rads either. There's no hate. There's just, I see what I see. I watch what I watch, and I knew that their number was up against 7, and it was. You notice that they never talk about all the times that they cheated to win, right? They don't ever bring that up. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there.
Why would they?
Why would they? Exactly, because it didn't work in their favor. I mean, I did see Judge Ben Omen begging Spencer at Spencer's doorstep to get TY into the title picture.
He did.
I saw that.
He did do that.
Had to beg.
That did happen. That did happen.
But that's okay. We're, you know what? It's okay. It's okay.
It is.
Maybe I pick. You never know. It is what? What are we doing? I'm the worst streamer. You got to take over. I'm the worst streamer.
No, come on. Don't let that. No.
Hey, somebody's got to be the worst. I'm okay with that.
Look at it. Look at. There is nothing wrong with being second best, Pluggo. You just don't let those hard words from him. You're not the worst. Come on.
All right, not the worst.
Come on. Not even close.
Right.
Not even close. You been on the internet, bro? Come on.
Yes, I have.
Come on. All right. Anyway,
I've seen some shit.
I don't even know what the hell were we talking about. Dynamite? I don't even know what the hell we were talking about.
We were going to talk about Dynamite. Then we were going to talk about this announcement. I don't know.
Well, the announcement's going to come in just about 5 minutes here. I think Spencer's back. Yeah. So we're going to be doing this right at the 9 o'clock hour.
Disappeared.
Yeah, right as Rich popped on. Again, not accusing anybody, but
people think that this is a work, that the whole Spencer love.
It's
apparently it's a shoot. Masterminded this whole thing, right?
I don't know what the hell's going on, to be honest.
I don't either. What do you guys want to talk about in the chat?
Yeah, no, right. We started talking about
contract. We were talking Dynamite. We were talking about the fillers. We were talking about the Darby Swerve stuff.
Yes.
The Rads came in, talented individuals.
And the MJF spit right in Darby's face.
Sure did.
Oh wow. Hab guy calling you out saying it's a work. Pluggo's working with the Reds. Wow.
Do you think I would have
that'd be a choice?
My show would call me the worst.
That'd be tough
in the history of streaming.
That's how you know. No, but that's how you get everyone to believe that it's not you.
TY came on and said he absolutely hated me and told me never to come to Canada. He said stay in my own country.
Was that the night that I had connection issues?
Yes.
Lawrence came I was going to say, I don't think I heard that. That. I would have. Those are fighting words.
Yeah. He goes,
no one would ever see it coming. Pluggo Khan. Pluggo Khan. The deep work. Yeah, the deep work, man.
The first night they stole our whatever they did. They said they got invited.
Look, at the end of the day, that's how it did start. Because we gave them shit because they stole our gimmick. They stole our sparkler gimmick.
They stole our gimmick, and
we called them out. We called them out on it. And then they took it to another level. They got
big mad.
Big mad, bro.
Big mad.
Anyway.
What the hell's going on?
Wow. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset. We're gonna show you a little bit of a Manscaped ad by our old friend the Wordsmith.
The Wordsmith.
And then when we come back, we're gonna have a huge announcement about Love Wrestling, about B2B 100, and just some huge, exciting news. The future of Love Wrestling. We are going to have an announcement, but first,
and it's not going to be the Rich King show.
No, that is not going to be coming to the Love Pro Wrestling Network.
Spoiler
But
alert.
we have a big announcement coming up right on the other side. But first, let's talk about Manscaped.
Well, let me tell you something, everyone. If you go over to manscaped.com, right this moment in time, right now, you can save 20% off of your next purchase at manscaped.com. But how am I going to save 20%, I hear you ask? Well, let the wordsmith tell you. Because if you enter promo code Love Wrestling, that's right, Love Wrestling. You can see it down here. You can see it scrolling across the screen. Enter promo code Love Wrestling and save 20% off of anything you find on that website. And also, you'll get free shipping. How crazy is that? 20% off. You can use it to buy the Lawnmower 4.0. And at the end of the day, your balls are going to thank you because, like the headline says, at manscaped.com, we save balls. And it's just too sweet.
And we are back.
The wordsmith.
You heard Wordsmith. I miss that fella. But if you go to manscaped.com, you type in that promo code Love Wrestling, you will get 20% off plus free shipping. So go there, tell them we sent you, put in that promo code, and you'll get all that fun stuff and some great products as well.
I'm wearing their deodorant right now. I smell wonderful. Contrary to what Rich King said, I don't smell bad right now. I'm not sweating. I feel good. I did actually shower today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how rude he was. He said that you were sweating.
I was sweating at the thought of fighting Ben Omen.
Are you?
No. He's a poorly dressed judge. Whatever.
Wow. All right.
That's all what's up.
Are you ready, Pluggo?
I'm ready. You got this? You're up, Mr. Professional.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Oh. We got Bebe saying, just wanted to say real quick, I've had a rough 6 months or so, and things are a bit better now. And I just wanted to say thank you to you two for being so welcoming. Absolutely, friend. I'm glad things are better.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm glad things are better.
Yeah, we're glad you come in and you find some enjoyment here. That's what we wanted to do. We want this to be a show of the people, man. And we're glad you're having a good time.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. We missed you. We definitely, when you pop back in, I hope you heard our enthusiasm to see you back, because we did notice that you weren't around. So I'm glad things are better. Glad you got through it. Life's hard sometimes. I'm glad you got through it. You're feeling better. And thank you for the support. I appreciate the kind words to us. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you who are here. And with that, we have some big news.
Not just for beards.
Not just for beards. This is for Love Wrestling in general.
This is how
there will be an official announcement coming tomorrow. So check out and follow all our social media platforms at Love Wrestling CA. Me and Pluggo will be, we'll be talking about this a whole bunch in the coming weeks. And you are welcome.
Yeah. Be ready. Are you
But
ready?
here we go. I'm going to show it on the screen. Drum roll, please. This is a beauty. You ready?
Yeah.
Boom. Hell yeah. So the big news is effective on April 27th, which will be the 100th episode of Between Two Beards. Our streams will be moving from Twitch on over to YouTube. So Between Two Beards, the brunch gimmick every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Josh Robinson and his fine show, The Legacy of. If you haven't seen any of that, please do. Quizplex
already
Live.
there, so you should already be watching.
It's already on YouTube. You can go watch those now. They are excellent. Some of the best pieces of content we create here at Love Wrestling. Quizplex live every month. The Mind Behind making its return. And there might be some special guests on that big first return. We'll have to stay tuned on that as well. Spencer Love and his interviews will be there, as well as Monday Night Shaw and Love Wrestling interviews. And then on Twitch, we will have our Love Wrestling Reacts, firmly AEW, that I do with my good friend, Big Money Drew. And LPW still every month will be here,
right
plus blowing off stream when we play video games and hang out. So big news. All our live streams will be going to YouTube, and our reaction streams and, LPW every month and all that stuff will be staying here on Twitch. So a little bit of a change. We'll be on both platforms moving forward. It's a big time deal. Pluggo and I are honored that we get to be the debut. B2B 100 will be the debut program for us exclusively over on YouTube.
You're going to get the same great content that we're giving you now. We're just moving to home. We've been at this now. Love Wrestling has been at this for 3 years, 3.5, something like that.
3 years. January 1st, 2021, I believe.
That's
right.
right.
No,
So
3.5
years. Almost 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And we got our YouTube numbers up. And thank you to thank you so much for supporting the move. It's a great opportunity for us to put some money back in our creators' pockets. And and it's incredibly appreciated. We couldn't do this without any of you guys. We finally got to that monetization level. You guys watch our shows, supporting us on YouTube, Twitch, wherever we're at. We're going to make this move. We're still going to be on both platforms, like JPJ said, with different shows, different things. But this will give us an opportunity to do more, grow, be bigger. So we're super excited for that. And how is Drew, by the way? I haven't seen him all.
Drew's doing good. We'll be back next week, Firmly AEW, and we'll be doing Firmly AEW, but it will be after Dynamite every Wednesday night. Somewhere, 10:05, 10:10, somewhere in that range every Wednesday night from here on out, starting next week over on Twitch. And we'll be here next week for episode 99. This doesn't start till April 27th. So you'll be
give you guys time to adjust.
In all our regular programs right here on Twitch, like you have been since we first came on Twitch, for the next 2 weeks until the 27th. And then you'll still be able to find, like we said, Love Wrestling Reacts, LPW, those banger shows that we produce at the end of every month will remain here on Twitch. You'll have your Love Wrestling Reacts to Raw, to SmackDown when we do them, to pay-per-views. That will all be on Twitch, and then we'll have our live content weekly shows.
If you're not subscribed to YouTube, go to youtube.com/lovewrestlingca and get subscribed to never miss anything that we've got going on there, because we've got all the LPW matches. They upload them after you can watch Seven defeat the Rads on our YouTube channel after this program if you'd like. It's there. Zoe Sager versus Nicole Matthews is there right now. Like JPJ said, the Legacy of with Alicia Fox is up right now on our YouTube channel. So go over there, check out what we got. If you're here, we appreciate all of our Twitch followers, all our Twitch love. It's been a great ride, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move over. We're gonna get in this lane, see how this goes. It's gonna be exciting.
That's the only one he hasn't put up there yet.
But it will be there, because if I know Spencer like I know Spencer, he's not going to deprive people of that banger of a match. Finish aside, that match ruled. Like I said, the Rads are talented individuals. No, don't get me wrong. They're just mean people. That's all. They're just mean to me. That's it.
They are mean to you. I would admit that.
Yeah, they're super good wrestlers. I enjoy their matches. I've never watched a Rads match and went, "Oh, that was bad." They're just not nice to me.
This is a true thing.
Yes, Dare Amazing. And welcome in, Dare Amazing. How are you? Quizplex Viewers Champion. He's going to be taking his title into that YouTube chat. So
Dare Amazing will be moving over to the YouTube chat for Quizplex to dominate. That's what he'll be doing.
That's right.
So,
but there's just things, with a monthly subscription, super things that we can just do over there that, like Spencer said, puts more fun. And everybody that's working at Love Wrestling, we've been working incredibly hard to hit this goal. We finally smashed it, knocked it out of the park, and we're pumped.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's super duper exciting. As you can see, I got a little bit more pep in my step. No, I'm just kidding. But no.
He's going to start.
Very
he's
exciting.
98 episodes.
It's very, very exciting. Yeah, we've been working, again, we've been going at it for a long time here, and this is just a cool opportunity to grow the brand some more. And
Don't we
like
always
Spencer said,
love the Quizplex cheese?
put some money back in our creators' pockets and do that. Bebe saying YouTube makes more sense. I mean,
There's
tis what it
pros and
is.
there's pros and cons to both, but there's obviously outweighing the pros. We wouldn't move. The pros always got. But yes, Spencer, I think we're gonna love the Quizplex contestants once they're announced. I love them so much, in fact, that I'm not going to talk about the fact that Zach ducked having us on, as they had asked last month for us to be on.
That is true. I believe people did reach out to
There
him.
was a groundswell to say
There was a groundswell for the beards to be on Quizplex. So maybe
these-
after.
But these contestants are top tier, so we graciously we'll
of
sit
course.
this one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's way more.
Who knows? It sounds like we're gonna have to blow the budget next week.
Next week. Oh, because it's our last show on Twitch. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
have
that
to
and
come in-
if it's
come in hot.
Quizplex week, it's Quizplex.
It is Quizplex week.
So we're gonna have to blow that budget because
Yeah.
Zach gets to. So we got to spend even more.
We want
money
beard versus beard. Oh, so maybe in the future we need to have it be a between two beards.
Well, friend of the show, Thaddeus Archer, had floated we should get Michael Richard Blaze with his beard, our beards, do a 3-way dance.
Wow.
But that's a lot. It's a
Really?
lot of crossover episode. Beardplex. I'm so game for Beardplex.
Yeah, so we could do a crossover episode for Beardplex. No, I can't
Get
commit
outta
to that.
here.
I mean, I don't think I would lose, but I know I cannot commit to that. I cannot commit to that.
I would win at the last second, and you would just be mad.
That would be it. I would retire. I would retire from podcasting until I grew it back.
But no, Quizplex, yeah, monthly staple here, dominant. We love that show. We love being a lead into that show. It's a fantastic time. But what
Not happening.
I think if a push came to shove, what would have to, I think I would be more willing to put my beard on the line than JPJ, only because his is immaculate. Mine is not quite as immaculate. But then what would we do? What would the show be called?
Our name is Between Two Beards.
It'd be
so that would be
between a beard and a baby face. It'd be between
baby
a
face and
beard and a
instead of
double
Beauty
chin.
and the Beast. Instead of Beauty and the Beast, you do Baby Face and the Beard or something like that.
Between two guys with the faces. There it goes.
Yeah, between two guys with
Those
faces.
two guys on the YouTube with the faces.
Well, one of us would still have a beard in that scenario, correct? Beard and baldy.
But we would both have a face.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Listen.
But it's an exciting time over here. I love wrestling. It's going to be fun.
Non-facial haired Pluggo is a wild time.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a wild. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
Face.
Yeah, but all right, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit of
stubble.
wrestling, I guess, before we get out of here. We were talking about wrestling before we were interrupted.
Rudely interrupted. He's always eating.
Always an apple,
Two guys.
delish.
I know. I mean, dude's
When
healthy.
was the last time you had a good apple?
Last time I just ate an apple, I can't tell you. It's been a long
I mean,
time
it probably
since I
should be
just
happening more often for both of us.
Yeah, no,
If
100%.
we're being real. If we're being real here.
I made some Brazilian lemonade the other day with some limes.
What the
I
hell?
got my-
You made what? What
Dude,
does this consist of?
Dude, you take
What
take
is
some limes.
Brazilian lemonade?
It's made out of limes. I know. I saw it on TikTok. You cut up the
Then
limes.
it's limeade. It's not
You
lemonade.
no, but that's what they called it, bro. I'm just telling you what they called it. Don't come at me. I didn't make the recipe. You put it in, you take it, you cut it up, throw it in the blender with
Just
some
limes.
water. Just the limes, lemon, water. You blend it up, then you strain it out, then you add sweetened condensed milk to the mix.
What?
Ice.
So it's like a
Mix it up
creamy
again
drink.
with a little yeah, it's delicious. It's refreshing. It's a little tart. So
I'm
I
not.
added some
I'm not
sugar.
denying the taste or the
Lemonade
refreshingness of the
completely.
beverage. Just you said it was made with limes.
I'll send you the recipe.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know if
send me
now's
that
the
video.
time for us to have. I mean, if we
We
could
can
have
talk about whatever
recipes
we
on-
want, bro.
Yeah, we're
That's what got us where we were talking about
We're the
whatever we want.
flagship, bro.
Crying out loud. We used to have we had drafts on here about Disney movies.
This is true.
You're
That's
worried
what
that we're
we
talking
do.
about friggin'
do what we
lemonade for 5 minutes. We can do whatever we want.
I mean, it is starting to warm up. I don't know if our friends up north, if it's warmed up for them quite yet.
It's hot as hell where I
Canada,
am, and I don't have air conditioning in this
super
room.
hot.
And
So
it's
give us your
gotten- it's gotten
refreshing
hotter.
beverage of choice in the chat. What do you
Oh.
guys want? What's a good
Ooh, that's
beverage
a
of
good
choice to be refreshing? I like blending.
mean,
I don't do enough blending. I should do more because it's fun and it's always delicious. Oh yeah, baby.
he's
Yeah,
like,
we're
yeah.
gonna.
Let's
I don't know
discuss
if that dude.
Wardlow's
I don't know if
forklift
that
strength.
dude is certified.
I don't think he was. Have guy saying it was very warm there today. Spencer saying 52. That's not
That's all right. I
50,
can do
52 is all
52
right. I'd fuck with 52.
52
I
solid.
would
We're
mess
at
with
like
52.
78 up here. Right
Yeah,
now.
I'm at 76 right now.
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
I'm
so-
sweltering. I'm sweltering in here. I love it. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. I can't do it the other way around. I don't know. I barely know what Celsius
What is
is.
52 degrees Celsius? Is that death?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
No.
is that like
Yeah, it's gonna be
200?
really
I don't
hot.
know.
Yeah, 52 Celsius. I feel like it's gonna be really hot.
I feel like
don't know
every
the
week.
I don't know the number.
I
but
feel like
I feel like
every
it's gonna be
week
really
in
hot.
the 98 episodes that we've done, I learned something new
Death.
about Canada every week. Death. Yeah.
Apparently not enough, according to Rich King. He
Yeah,
said you should
Rich
read a
King thinks I
Canadian
need
book.
some more. If you the Bret Hart autobiography, I could read. Is that the Canadian Bible? I'll read that.
I mean, I would too. Bret Hart is a swell professional wrestler.
It came across my Kindle the other day, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I should read that."
All right,
Anyway, yes.
back to Dynamite. Let's try to
Wardlow.
70 degrees here in Arkansas. All right,
Hey,
let's
there
just
you
say the loose rule for Celsius to Fahrenheit is double it and add 30. Double it and
So
add 30. So it's 52.
if it was 52 degrees Celsius, it'd be 138
Yeah, you'd die.
degrees.
Yeah,
4.
but 52 is not warm though.
52
He said
degrees
very warm here. 52 is not warm unless 52 is warm for where you live.
I have
Is that
to
warm
imagine,
for where you live?
Yeah, Canada. Like,
Because I'm about where Dare Amazing is. I'm in
when-
Massachusetts, not far. We're about 70 there. We're about
listen,
76,
when
77.
it gets above
Sucks.
freezing here in the great state of Indiana, in the Midwest, I'm ready for short. When it's at 40, 42,
I'm wearing shorts right
45,
now.
I'm wearing shorts.
I wore shorts all
So
day.
I have
today.
to imagine in Canada where it gets incredibly cold, 52 is like tank top.
Oh, you walk
sunbathing
outside, you're
weather.
like, oh my God, look at this. Oh,
You're just
I
like,
just hate
52, and you're just
I'm one of those weird people that like I prefer it cold. So like I like
I'd
the
rather be
winter.
cold than hot.
I like the winter. Like the winter doesn't bother me. But like when I walk outside and it's 94 degrees out, I'm like, get me out of here. I want to die. Why is it so hot? Why is it so hot?
Yeah, because you can't. Because you can only take so many layers off, but when you're cold, you can bundle up to regulate your temperature. But when it's
So have guy, that's
110
so
degrees
according to the
outside, there's
law,
not
that
even
would be
you.
80. That'd be 80. So like double 25 to 50, add 30 is 80. So that's about where we were today here. Hot.
Go
Anyway,
learning. Come on down to Between Two Beards.
I love it.
Learn some
That
things.
little plan.
We
That
were
little
talking
cheating
about
rule.
forklift.
Yeah, I just, don't get me wrong. Like, you want to go to the beach, you want to go to a pool. I love the summer. Like, I'll go do summer activities. I'm all for.
JPJ is an all-weather kind of guy.
I am. I live in New England. We get all weather. We get all the weathers.
Within a
And
week.
so, yes, it's brutal. It's brutal. But I'd rather be cold than hot 1,000% of the time. I'd rather walk outside and get punched in the face with like -2 degree weather than walk outside and be 98. That's where I would rather be. But anyway, wrestling.
The boss is at wrestling. We do
Powerhouse Hobbs beat the crap out of Silas Young in like 30 seconds. I was hoping they would have at least a little bit of a match. I like Silas Young.
The real
But
man,
he was
the
beaten real
last
quickly.
man.
He was beaten real quickly.
Real quickly. And they destroyed
real
the
quickly.
Hobbs mobile.
Yeah. And then Hobbs and QT tried to attack Silas Young and like put him through some tables at ringside. And we see Wardlow. No, wait, time out. What happened? Yeah, was the Wardlow thing earlier? No, after the
No.
match, Wardlow returned.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's what happened. Wardlow returns. He's in the parking lot. He beats the crap out of Hobbs' car using multiple weapons. He grabs a forklift. Yikes. What'd you think? I know you were asked earlier, but what'd you think of the forklift? How are you feeling about the forklift?
I'm always pro forklift or anything in wrestling. Like it makes me laugh. And
Yeah.
when he got out of the forklift and it
Yeah.
kept going because he forgot to put it in park. Genius. I would like to know how that goes down. Now, in all seriousness, like, do you have to he's got to get trained. Like, he can't, I don't know, maybe Wardlow has forklift experience. I know that those licenses last for a few years, so maybe, he has one from a job he had before he got into wrestling. I don't know. But you got to get that approved. You got to get signed. You got to say, I have a card. I used to have a card for that kind of certification for jobs that I've had. So I wonder if there's like a training that he had to do early in the day. Tony Khan has to sign off on it. Shivani.
I bet they probably had to sign something. I don't think each was trained. I think they said, hey, this is how you do it. You hit this button to go forward. You hit this button to stop. You hit this. You do this to lift it. That's what you're doing. Okay. All right. But yeah. So then after that, Hobbs is pissed. So he tries to then powerbomb Silas off the stage through some tables. Wardlow comes out and attacks him, and then wrestlers come out from the back to separate them, but they end up getting tossed away by Wardlow and Hobbs or whatever. And then Wardlow grabs Aaron Solo, who's been a star of this QT ensemble, Aaron Solo, and he gets powerbombed off the stage through a table. And that's how that ended. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was all right. But yeah.
What's the ultimate? Like
Wardlow and Hobbs, right? That's where they're going, right?
Right, but who do you think wins it?
I would keep it on Hobbs. I like Hobbs. I think Hobbs should have it for a bit, but I don't know if Wardlow, like, what do you do with Wardlow? Wardlow just going to lose a big match and go? I mean, that's where eventually he should go. Yes, they should rekindle that at some point.
Yeah.
There you go. Bebe says that was a Sunbelt rental from a local Sunbelt rental. No training needed. There you go. So, but
there's I mean, I wonder how that works. That poor car.
I know.
Wardlow. I wonder if he was like scared or if he was just like, no, I got this. Do you think he was paying do you think he was a student the whole time, like really focusing in on it? Or he's just like, I'm Wardlow. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm Wardlow. I'll figure it out.
I don't
Although
need
he
to
seems
listen
like,
because
it
has
like
to
a
be
smart guy. He
has
sounds
to
like
be obviously it's some regular Joe. Like, here's the controls. Here's
how
you lift it. Here's how you do it.
1,000%.
How cool was that? Or was there somebody already on the AEW roster that knew how to drive a forklift? Do you think like Sting's like, yeah, dude, I got you. I'll teach him.
Baby saying I am Wardlow. I don't need a parking brake. No,
that's right.
You don't.
You let
somebody else. You let somebody else park that shit for you. That's how you do that.
The thing just kept going, and I was like, "Oh, he screwed up." That's awesome.
That was good stuff. We then got a vignette of Jay White. There you go, dude. Forklift tickets are a yearly renewal down here.
Yeah, safety first. Like,
yeah.
When I worked in a warehouse back in the day. You had to get like the electric pallet jack, the stack. You had to get all of it. You had to take I had to bob and weave inside cones with an electric pallet jack, the standing ones too. It's a big deal. Safety is the key. I hope AEW took the proper precautions because that's a hefty fine. A hefty fine if you're not forklift certified. If you leave a pallet on its side, that's like $10,000. That's like a fine.
Really?
OSHA walks in and you got a pallet.
Oh yeah, straight up. Yeah. They'll ruin you. They'll put you out of business. They'll put you out of business. They don't mess around.
OSHA
they don't mess around.
Play, son.
No. You hear that name, you got to be like, oh, where?
Look, I don't fear judges. I fear OSHA. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. We then got a vignette from the Switchblade. See, man, fines all over the place if you get caught. If you get caught.
This is true. If you get caught, 100%.
Technically, no, I'm not going to say it. But
listen, I won't. All I know is anytime any visit has ever happened in the history of my employment, we're always safety first.
Yeah, of course. Duh. Nobody ever cuts corners or anything like that. Nobody's
like, hey, the OSHA guys here. Let's do donuts in the forklift.
Yeah. Let's go in the home garden section. Start doing some donuts, bro.
Because that's the other thing. OSHA inspections, they're random at random times. What if
they don't tell you when they're coming.
He just shows up and Wardlow is just destroying the Hobbs mobile.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Imagine you see the car pulling up. He's like, "Oh, I'm the health department."
That's why he jumped
going
out.
on?
He's like, I don't know what's going on here.
But we have Jay White saying he's talking about the Bullet Club, and they had a recap of his debut last week, and he says that this era, he said this era is going to be the best era of the Bullet Club because he is forming Bullet Club Gold. Ooh, so they're going to have Bullet Club.
Are we going to have Bullet Club Gold versus Bullet Club at Forbidden Door?
Black and white, yeah. It's going to be Bullet Club Gold versus Black and White Bullet Club. That's what we're doing.
Who's joining Juice and Jay White?
Hopefully. I mean, well, think about who Bullet. I mean, I would love it if it was. Oh my God, yeah, he's saying Adam Cole, but I think Adam Cole is a babyface currently, so I think that would be terrible. Not terrible, but that'd be great. But I don't think they'll do that.
They were cheering for Jay White.
That is true. I could. What about Chris Bay? What about
we got yelled at by Rich King.
What about some Forbidden Door stuff? If it's at Forbidden Door and it's Bullet Club Gold versus Old Bullet Club, what if it's? Could you get Chris Bay and Austin? No, Ace Austin.
That would be cool.
Can you get
right?
Because they're Bullet Club members, correct?
Yes, they are. But are they Bullet Club?
I would think they would be gold. I would think
they switch. Would they make the switch? Did their allegiance just Swags? Welcome in, buddy. You missed a lot. Where'd you go?
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Major announcement.
Major announcement. We're moving to YouTube in a couple of weeks. We had Rich King from the Rads come in and blow up the stream again. There you go. Well, you missed it because somebody was yelling at Pluggo. They are Bullet Club members, but do you think they would be Black and original, or you think they would join Jay White? That's what I'm saying.
Like, I think you would have to, if you're going to do that story, right? I think you have to tell that story. You'd have to have Jay White and maybe Juice show up on an Impact and like talking to them because they're
because Jay White has been on Impact before. You know, he's been there before. So I'm just saying you could.
Swags, if you're here, go to the social medias and tell Rich King I'm not the worst streamer in the world. But yes, they would have to tell a story. I think that would be fun if they could pull it off. You could tell, the story of like Chris Bay and Ace Austin, like, where are your allegiances? Are you with us? Are you with them? Do you want to come be a part of this? Like, that could be a lot of fun since they're already over here. You might as well. Yep. I don't know enough to know how deep they're into I need to just start watching New Japan. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I need to just start and get caught up so I can understand what's going on with the intricacies of the BC. But it could be fun if it's just a tag team thing, like Juice Robinson and Jay White. That's a lot of fun.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God. Very good. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun what they can do with it.
Or maybe they take on some people that don't have anything going on right now in AEW and make their own thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Do that.
I mean, it's exciting to see. I mean, if they do it well, I mean, stables work, and the Bullet Club is a famous stable, but they've obviously never been a pure North American stable. So if you can create a North American version with gold here and have it, be on weekly television, I think that will get over. It will.
But I do like, especially as Jay White, Wolfpack style. So maybe we'll get like Bullet Club Gold, Bullet Club Turquoise, Bullet Club.
Oh man, imagine they use all the different colors.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
heck yeah. We'll just get all sorts of Bullet Clubs going. Bullet Club for everyone.
We then got another great match, an AEW International Championship match. Orange Cassidy, who honestly, he's the hottest wrestler, like from a wins and loss perspective. The dude's having a run and a half right now.
Killing
against Buddy Matthews. And this match was great. It was very good, as you would expect. Orange Cassidy
don't understand. Go ahead.
What are you going to say?
I was going to pop off on all the haters that still don't understand how good Orange Cassidy is. That match was fantastic. That might be one of, if not one of the best televised matches of the year so far. It's got to be up there. That match
was very
good.
It was very, very good. He hit an Orange Cassidy hits an early orange punch, and he plays it off that injured hand really gets hurt on it. The doctors are checking on him, and then Buddy Matthews comes over and just stomps. Right. Oh, it looks like Bebe might be one of those people. As he says, Buddy losing. I disagree.
I would say
disagree.
this. I did feel like based on that match and the performance Buddy Matthews had, like I wouldn't have been mad if he won.
Oh, I wouldn't have been
I can
either.
see what you're saying, like him because he's so damn good.
Oh,
like,
Buddy Matthews is incredible. But OC is just, dude.
But he's been on OC's
He's
been
incredible.
having a
He's
run.
he's as over as anybody in the company. He has entertaining matches. The crowd loves him. His matches are one of, if not the best match on a weekly basis on Dynamite. Literally, whether you like him or not, you can't deny it. You know, he might not be for you, but objectively, the matches are great. And you know, I loved Buddy Matthews step in. And that's where he's at right now. So I think him having a title like that, which is the secondary title, he'll travel and do it. And I just think it makes sense. But this match was awesome. Buddy Matthews is truly an excellent professional wrestler. And at the end, there were multiple times in this match that I thought Buddy Matthews was going to win.
Yeah.
But at the end, he did. He hit the curb stomp, but was unable to get the victory, and then he got the mousetrap pinfall for a victory. So he got a quick little pinfall to win it. Man, it was good stuff, Pluggo. It was good stuff.
Oh yeah, no, that's like I said, one of the best matches I've seen on TV all year so far.
Yep. All right, we then had a quick little vignette with Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, and Christian says things have changed.
Oh, is he going to do some work this time?
Wow, I was waiting for it. The only reason I brought that up and didn't just gloss over it was because I know your disdain for Christian.
This is what you do. This is how I take the shots, and you just sit there and go, I just brought it up.
Set them up for you. You knock them down, brother. That's how we do it.
I get all the hate. You get all the
this
love.
This was a pretty cool thing that happened here. So, and I get it, and we'll talk about it. You're damn right he was, Colt.
That's
You're damn right he was.
3MB.
You're damn right he was. Don't hinder Jinder.
Man, my boy, he's next.
Do not. Yeah, he's the only one that hasn't.
He's gonna get it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I have a feeling at some point they're just gonna do it. Look,
Ethan Page. Look, we're going to talk about. We're going to
talk about Christian real quick.
Christian too.
Dakota here. Listen, talented individual. I just noticed that his run is very like I'm going to do as least amount of work as possible.
Yep.
I'm going to ride the coattails of all these other people. I'm going to wear my turtlenecks and my suit jackets with, my tweed jackets or whatever you want to call them. I'm not going to do any work. That's all I'm saying. Christian, this is all in good fun. He's a good worker. He's a good tap. But this run in AEW,
he's a Hall of Fame worker, is what he is.
He's a Hall of Famer, but he's all about getting them checks. As little effort as possible.
Maybe.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe we'll see.
Get that bag. I'm not get that bag. I'm just saying.
Canadian treasure, Cody says. Canadian treasure.
There is a groundswell of people that find Christian's body of work better than Edge's. I mean, that's
speaking of Edge, Baby says you all heard Edge going to AEW. Maybe Christian, Edge, and Dinosaur Boy. Maybe
that would be interesting. Toronto,
and when you say Dinosaur Boy,
Edge
are you saying Luchasaurus or are you saying Jungle Boy? Because I'm pretty sure Jungle Boy is on the way out of that name. I think he's moving on to. I would suspect maybe within the next year or so that he is no longer going to be Jungle Boy. He's going to be full on like kind of Jack Perry. But Ethan Page.
Hey Randy, up here. Sorry, every time I think of gender, go on.
Ethan Page confronts Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy comes out and he says that he manipulated Ethan because Ethan's an asshole. I think he said you were the biggest hole of ass is what he called him.
Yes, he did.
The biggest hole of ass.
I don't think you could say ass. They say shit, but I still think asshole might be.
The asshole, I think, has a problem. We're gonna have to clean up our mouths before we make it to the YouTube.
They've laxed the rules a little bit.
Have they laxed the rules? I've been hearing things. I have
we'll
a potty
find
mouth,
out.
we'll work on it. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm a professional, so I'll make it work.
We'll have our lawyer look it over.
So he's saying that, and Matt Hardy is walking towards the ring with Isaiah, and Ethan goes, "Hey, you guys seem to think like we're not the only members of the firm. There's other members of the firm," and they get attacked. Lee Moriarty was there. Big Bill was there. They attack, and Hook comes out to make the save. Your boy Hook.
Look,
Yeah.
love me some Hook.
But then at the end, Hook gets beaten up, and then all of a sudden, we hear the Hardy Boys music. And wouldn't you know,
He's
Jeff
back.
Hardy, chair and all, comes down.
He painted that chair himself.
He did. Jeff Hardy comes down. He saves the day. He hits a swanton bomb.
He did
doing all
not
this
dance
stuff.
while his brother got his
Did
ass
not
kicked.
dance. This was, he meant it. He meant business. He was diving in for the save. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back. Listen, it was a great moment. It was a great moment.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to this case, it is very normal for wrestling fans, and I was too. It's very cool to be excited that Jeff Hardy came back, right? Jeff Hardy, all right, cool. Hopefully he's okay, and he's back because he's okay. However, you know, I can't help but feel a little bit certain of a way about it.
Match by match basis or week by week basis with Jeff. I think you have to be careful. I hope he's good. I wish him nothing but the best. We've talked about it on the show at length. Like,
yep.
I'm not here to point fingers at him and say you can't ever work again, but like, this has got to be it, right? Last chance. Like, do some good with this.
I mean, if he hasn't had a last chance yet, one of these chances needs to be the last chance.
Because
Bebe saying they want the broken
not
universe. No, it is not. It is
the
not
alternative.
Great.
If he keeps down the path that he's been down in history, it's not good. So,
and Hab guy, I agree.
Yeah,
it's just good to see him doing better. But do we know that he's doing better though? That's kind of, you would assume.
I would
he's
hope
doing better because he's back, and you would hope. But like I said, this is a touchy case where there's been a lot of times that we thought Jeff was better, and then it was very apparent that he was not. You know, so.
I've never been a professional wrestler. I've never put my body through what Jeff Hardy has put through, but I have to imagine the temptation, because I know, again, everybody that's been a part of this show since day one or has known me knows I'm coming up on almost 5 years now of sobriety where I haven't drank in 5 years. That temptation is always still there.
Mm-hmm.
So for him, like, especially in somebody that's in that line of work where it's easy to just self-medicate, so to speak, I hope that he's making the right decisions. I really hope that he's taking the right protocols. I hope he learned, hey, man, you could have killed somebody. So I'm hoping he's happy. Yeah. I'm hoping he's healthy. I'm hoping that all parties are on the same page and everybody's going to, but Jeff's got to do it for Jeff. And I just want to see him. Obviously, we don't want to see the alternative, right? We don't want to see that. We want to see Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys riding out of the sunset and finishing their careers in a positive. So let's hope it ends that way. That's all we're saying.
Yeah,
it's just you got to be careful. 100%. That's it. We don't want to dive too back in, to head first back in with Jeff. Like, he's back, yeah, jumping, hurt, and then it's next week we're hearing stories again. We don't.
Well, yeah, and I think Bebe right here says Jeff wants broken characters back. I say he focuses on that and has less matches. I think his physical pain is or could be a cause. He says is, but sure. That could be if you're doing crazy shit. He's been doing it for 25 years. You're jumping off fucking ladders and through shit. Like, to him, that could be one way to heal the pain, so like have him be in less of those situations. You know what I mean? We've seen him do it 1,000 times. We don't need to see him do it 1,001 times. We know he can do that. He's done it before,
And what I've said in the past and what I've said, it ultimately at the end of the day, it's all on Jeff. It comes down to Jeff. It comes down to making those decisions, the right decisions. And I've said before, if you want to be a guy that drinks, then be a guy that drinks, but you also better be the guy that has that Uber ready or has that. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
if you drink, do your thing, live your life, but make the right decisions within it. So we're all rooting for Jeff. I don't think anybody's like, crap. We don't want, it could have ended poorly.
Yeah, big time.
So, but he's back, and that's cool. It was a cool moment within the wrestling vacuum. It's cool to see the Hardy Boys get back in action. I think we're going to see, hopefully we get, some killer tag matches.
Yeah, agreed. We then had a pre-taped vignette with Kenny Omega. They show it's an interview about the Blackpool Combat Club. They show the attack that he had, and they show kind of some of the stuff that the BBC's been doing. And Kenny basically looks dead in the camera. He says that they're going to pay for their actions. And they've gotten some blood, but he's promising that it's not just going to be blood for blood. It's going to be a whole lot worse. He says it's going to be much, much worse. What that could mean, I don't know. I thought he was going to say it's not going to just be blood. It's going to be blood and guts, which I mean, that's what
it's not gonna be blood.
That's what he means. I assume the much worse is guts.
We're gonna grind those bones into dust.
Yeah, I think it's guts. So I believe that'll be coming. And then this leads right into Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus friends of the Elite, Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa. They got the absolute shit beat out of them. Brandon Cutler with the mask and the blood under the mask. It looked like it was just coming out of everywhere. It was very cool looking. I loved how Claudio swung Nakazawa literally out of his shoes, like his shoes went flying on the swing, which was pretty cool. This match did not have a pinfall or submission. They just were pounding these guys until the ref stopped the match.
Stop the fight.
I also liked how, because it was the BCC, and of how the attitude shift has gone from them, like Cutler and Nakazawa weren't fooling around. They weren't being their funny characters. You know what I mean? Like, they were fighting for their lives. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, this is serious. We're fighting for our lives here. These guys are going to kill us.
I can't be ripping my thong off.
Yeah, exactly. I can't be doing anything funny here. Like, these guys want to murder me. So I thought that was pretty good.
That's break's not going to help Cutler. Put that away.
No. And then after the match, we hear Kenny Omega's music, and he came out and he had no shirt on, and that boy is jacked. Holy moly, he looked ripped as all hell.
Which is super funny, because I was on the Twitter timeline last night, live tweeting as best I could for the show, and there was people who were like, Kenny Omega looks rough, like he doesn't look good at all, and then he just comes out looking like a total Adonis.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It was like, oh, they showed that pre-tape vignette where he was looking rough, and it was like, oh, Kenny's looking crappy, and then he came out and it was like, oh no, he's still a Greek god. He's still a god. He is the god of professional wrestling.
Chiseled out of stone.
Yeah. But he comes out and he's coming down the ramp and he challenges Moxley. And Moxley kind of looks at the other two guys and he goes, I'm going out there. So Moxley goes out there and he starts walking towards Omega. And as he does that, we hear the roar of the crowd, and the Young Bucks come from the crowd and they have returned as well. And they take out Wheeler Yuta and Claudio with double super kicks. And the Elite are back. They run off, beat the crap out of the BCC, to be honest with you. They hit the BTE trigger on Moxley. They get him in the corner. It looked like Kenny was going to give him a V trigger at first, but then Matt Jackson pulled out the screwdriver, which Bryan Danielson jammed into Hangman's face a week earlier. And Kenny Omega takes a full sprint to the corner, and Claudio pulls Moxley out, and they did the thing where Kenny stuck it in the top turnbuckle to make it look like he was going to fucking stab Moxley with it. And that's how that segment ended.
Boom. I'm
beautiful.
For that. Let's go.
Beautiful. It was beautiful. Good to see Omega back. Good to see the Young Bucks back. Hopefully everyone's healthy. I know there were reports of Matt maybe being hurt. Hopefully everyone's healthy. Give me that blood and guts. Make it happen.
I saw people today saying that Matt Jackson is just nursing that injury and doesn't want to get surgery, so doesn't get contract time added because he doesn't want to be around anymore. Like, Jesus.
I don't know. People are always going to be more.
People are always speculating like, should be having surgery, but he'd have to stay in the company longer.
Yeah.
You think Matt's not going anywhere with Nick? Come on.
I mean, yeah, I think.
And FTR's
the Elite's going to stay. The FTR, and we can talk about that afterwards. They were not on this show tonight, but there was news about FTR, so we can dive into that a little bit after. But very good to see the Elite back. Very excited. This is currently my favorite thing going on. I love what the BCC is doing, and now that the Elite's back, I hope they ratchet this fucker up, and we start getting some intense stuff here. I'm loving everything about this. We then had Swerve Strickland out back vignette, and he was pissed, as he should be. Yeah. And he promises that the Mogul Embassy, he talks about Darby. He says that, your success is you know,
It's off
it
his
makes
back.
me, it's off his back. He made him, stuff like that. So even though he lost, he puts Darby over. Like, babe, I basically had a lot to do with you. And then he says, but you know what? That we have a lot of unfinished business here. And now that we got the Mogul Embassy, our night is not over. And we're on to bigger things before the night is over, basically. Like, hey, we got some more unfinished
Then
business.
he's with Brian Cage now, which is dope.
Yes, which is, I think that's a good transition. And if they can bring that tag team back as well, and Swerve said it's going to be more people. I don't know who else, but they definitely made a shift. And I think the shift was a very positive one, going from, what was his name? Trench? Going from baseball guy Trench to, and Parker to Brian Cage, who is legitimate. We know Brian Cage. You know he's a threat. Prince Nana as another mouthpiece type of guy. And then if you bring that tag team back, and then if you add other couple guys or one guy, maybe a girl, you can get something cool there, especially if Swerve's the leader and he's doing this type of shit, because Swerve is a special cat. And Swerve was at the beginning of the show. He was at the middle of this show, and we'll talk about it at the end. He was at the end of this show. He was littered throughout this show. And I think that's how you got to use Swerve, because he's a special dude. He's a special dude, and he can be a top guy for that company in future, whenever they want him to be.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We then had it was a quick match, pretty quick, but we had Sky Blue and Riho versus the Outcasts. This was clearly to get the Outcasts over. Sky Blue, shocker, got the loss. I believe I heard Sean Ross Sapp say that she's 0-19 on Dynamite. Her career on Dynamite. 0-19.
Not great.
So you know when she's on your screen, she's taking the L. That's happening.
Lee Johnson. She's on that Lee Johnson.
Yes, but program. She did just officially become All Elite, last week, within the last couple weeks. So hopefully, maybe they're doing that, because one day she's going to pick up that shocking victory on someone bigger. And then it's going to lead into something. But she's the one that was in this match to take the L. And then afterwards, they did the spray paint on Riho, and unfortunately stuff like that. But and I will say it again, the hip attack that Toni Storm does, one of my favorite moves in all of professional wrestling. She makes that look like the most violent thing alive.
I'm glad she stopped spray painting the L. No, that didn't work.
Well, no. What did she spray paint?
They remember how Sarah used to, she would spray paint that L and then you do the hip attack.
Yeah.
I hate
okay. You mean they did it after? They did it after.
No, they do it. She was doing it. She'll do it.
Well, they spray painted Riho though.
They spray painted her after, but yeah, they because like the L is supposed to transfer from the hip to the face, like it didn't work. But I think the Outcast should be mowing down people. You need to establish them as strong. So this is good stuff.
I agree. Then we had the main event of the evening. It was Keith Lee, the Limitless One, versus Chris Jericho. The whole first portion of this match was Keith Lee dominating. And at one point, he kissed Jericho on the forehead. And Jericho was so pissed. Jericho was like, yeah. We got Bebe saying that the Outcast should be called Deja Vu because it's the same thing. It has been. Because at the end of that match, Hater, they came out separate. Okay, let me ask you this real quick. They came out separately.
Yeah.
So like Jamie Hayter came out first, and then like a minute later, Britt Baker came out. Now, do you think that is just happenstance?
Britt had a lot of wind resistance. Those pants were big.
They were baggy.
Not knocking them. They look good, but I mean, it just was
but do you think that was just a not anything,
ultimately,
or do you think that was to maybe like lean into the fact that like maybe Jamie and Britt, like they were clearly doing separate things that they didn't come out together? Maybe there's like a little bit of a separation of sorts. Maybe not maybe. Am I looking too far into it?
Haven't we felt that way since?
Well, yeah, that's going to be the big payoff is when Britt turned. Yeah, of course. That's the big story. But I'm saying, like, do you think that had something to do with it?
Anyway, yeah, maybe, or just Jamie was just closer to the. I don't know. You never know.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're friends and you're in a group together, why wouldn't you be together and come down together?
Maybe Britt was busy trashing Thunder Rosa and IEW All Access. I don't know.
I'm just saying. But anyway,
have you seen that?
No, I haven't. I have them DVR, but I haven't watched them all yet.
Okay, watch him.
Okay.
It's like Britt just being like, she ain't doing enough as champ.
Oh well, yeah,
You're
I heard
here
that they
every week.
shit on
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa in that first episode.
Yeah,
Pretty
that
good.
shit all over.
I heard that. Not just her either, like multiple of them, like Tony Storm, all of them. But we
Hey,
don't
we're
need
so-
promotion on our channel. Get the hell out of here, you bald
Yeah,
ass
get
bitch.
booed. Get booted.
Get the hell out of here.
Where's our
Anyway.
legal team? Anyway.
Yeah, for the Jesus. But anyway, no. Keith Lee dominated this match early on. Daniel Garcia was at ringside, and anytime Jericho got an advantage, it was because of Daniel Garcia's nonsense. Jericho fought his way back into the match. He hit a nice lion salt for a 2 count. It was very back and forth. Jericho hit the walls of Jericho on Keith Lee, which was very good. At one point, Keith Lee goes for a moonsault, and Jericho put up the knees, but then Jericho played it off that his knees were actually more hurt than Keith Lee because Keith Lee's a big guy. He's a big guy, and if that's landing on your knees are going to fucking hurt. Keith Lee hits a spirit bomb, and it looks like he's going to get the victory here, but Daniel Garcia is distracting the ref, and Swerve in a mask. So somebody in a mask comes out and hits Keith Lee with an object. I didn't see what the object was, but knocks out Keith Lee, which allows Chris Jericho to get the victory. We then find out, because they show the camera angle, that the mask is removed, and it was Swerve Strickland costing Keith Lee the match against Jericho. And then after the match, Adam Cole comes to the ring to check on Keith Lee and make sure he's good without ever acknowledging Chris Jericho. And he kind of does the like the backward look that Jericho gave him a couple, during his debut 2 weeks ago. Adam Cole repays the favor. So obviously we are heading towards Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho, which will be cool. And it looks like finally
For 9
we'll be
months.
heading towards Swerve versus Keith Lee one-on-one, which
Right.
is a match I would very much like to see. You said that did you miss this main event?
I did
sadly?
miss this main event.
Okay, you should go back and watch it because the match it was good.
The full shoot job has been kicking my butt this week, and
It
I just
happens.
fell asleep.
It happens. You can just say you don't like wrestling. It's fine. No, I'm just-
Once
No.
I saw Hook, I was like, I'm good.
you were
No,
like, I'm
I,
good. I'm good. To check my
I
box.
literally
Time for
was-
bed.
I
Time
was
for
literally
bed,
sitting
bro.
there going, I was like, all right, I can make it. I can make it. It's 15 minutes. And I just was like, I woke up, was like,
It was a good match. Jericho can still go. It was good to see Keith Lee in a main event spot like that on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Love Keith Lee. Glad he's back. It was very good. It was very good. Bebe, good to see you, friend. Hopefully we'll see you more often because we announced
makes you
at 9
feel any
o'clock.
better. It's past my bedtime too, baby.
It is. It is. Usually Pluggo and I, when this show ends, we don't hang around that much. We just say, hey, we're tired,
Love
bro.
you. Good night.
We'll love you. We'll talk to you. All right, I got to go to bed. I'm old. But
But we appreciate you coming by, man.
of course, glad you're in a better spot, my friend. Hopefully we'll be seeing you more often here.
Yes.
And that's how Dynamite ended. I'm very excited I want Keith Lee in more prominent spots like this.
I think that's what we've all wanted since they signed him, was like, and then they hit the tag title run, and it was like, all right, but yeah, I like seeing him in these main event spots. I have to imagine, based off what you said, the match ruled. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Probably I'll fall asleep to that.
Yeah.
Finishing off Dynamite. Yeah, I want to see more out of this Keith Lee Swerve thing, and then the involvement of Cole Jericho. That's gonna be fun. Like, we're in a good spot. That's why, like, if we circle back all the way to what we talked about at the beginning of the show with CM Punk, like, do you ruin all of the? I know that they're building all of these great little stories to put CM Punk on your television for 30 minutes a night.
Yeah.
That's what I worry about. Like, I don't want you guys to short term, for Wembley and then just go, it's going to become the CM Punk show, which again, CM Punk's talented. He's a draw. I love it. But all these little stories they're telling have been super intriguing, and Dynamite has been really good. The last 6 weeks have been solid in my opinion.
They have. The FTR news that we did broach on is they have signed new 4-year, I believe they said 4-year contracts
Let's go.
with AEW, and they've also said that their plan is to retire. Once that contract expires in 4 years, their plan is to retire. So they are going to be.
That's just them planting seeds.
Yeah. So they are going to be with AEW for the next 4 years. I'm sure with AEW, the way they work, they'll work New Japan. They'll work some other places too, most likely. But they are going nowhere. I think that's good for them. I think AEW
needs them.
is right for them right now. I think AEW
Yes.
is right for them right now. I think if maybe Vince didn't come back, it might have been a harder sell because obviously Triple H was involved with them becoming one of the best tag teams in the world a lot in NXT when they were the Revival. So I could have seen them going back if they knew Hunter was running the show. But I think similar to the Jay White thing, I think once the rumors came out that Vince was coming back, a few of them were just like, okay.
And Brian Cage, I mean, he was
Yeah.
rumored to be leaving too. He signed last week. So,
yeah. So,
because could you just like, and again, I know we want to talk a little WWE.
yeah,
this
just
week.
for a
There
few
was
minutes
news,
before we
but
get
I will
out of here.
say this, like, could you imagine if you're Jay White being in the NXT, Brian Cage going to NXT? Because that's what Vince would do. He'd be like, I don't know these guys enough. Put them in NXT to get them going. I just couldn't imagine that, right? For those people. And I can't imagine they think of themselves like, look at this NXT product. So I really got to go through this and get my name changed. And
yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
just keep doing what I'm doing, keep getting a check and have the freedom to work wherever I want, obviously within reason, and do whatever I want. That's a big thing too. Like getting to do your own shows, podcasts. FTR would have to probably kill their podcast that they probably make a good revenue stream off of.
Yeah. Big time.
But yeah, the big news of the week for the WWE was that
Trish Stratus. Well, on Raw, Cody Rhodes did cut a very, very good promo.
Very good.
Talking about Brock, but I'm sorry, I'm still butthurt. You can call it what it is. I'm still butthurt.
Still not all in anymore.
I am still butthurt about WrestleMania, and I'm gonna be.
You guys,
and do I have no doubt that Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes at Backlash is gonna rule? It's gonna be a great match, and I think Cody will win. And Cody should win, but I think he will. However, I'm just no. I look at him and I go, he should be the champion. Sorry. And I'm not over it yet. Maybe the match with Brock will turn me back around. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for Cody when he wins the belt anyway, because he's definitely going to win it at some point. But he did cut a good promo on Monday, and I love Cody, so I want to talk about Cody. Also, the Usos and the Alpha Academy had a great tag match. Otis rules. But the big story coming out of Raw was they played an angle earlier in the night that Lita got attacked backstage, and she could not compete in the women's tag team match with Raquel and Liv Morgan. So Trish was there, and Trish came to check on her, and Lita basically handed the title over to Trish and said, yeah, all right, let's go. You'll be my partner for the evening. They went out there. They had a pretty good match with Raquel and Liv, and the story played out that as things broke down at the end of the match, Liv Morgan rolled up and got the 1-2-3 on Trish and Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan became your new women's tag team champions. And Becky got in the ring. Becky was obviously upset, but she wasn't like angry or, anything like that. She got in the ring and she looked to be very reasonable and very understanding. And she looked at Trish and she said, it's all right. It's not your fault. Like, we're fine, blah, blah. And they hugged, and Becky did that thing where she walked towards the ropes and Trish was behind her, and Trish kind of fucked up the first initial thing, but it's okay. She recovered, and Trish turned on Becky Lynch, and Trish left as a heel. So it looks like I don't think they've announced it for Backlash, have they? Not yet, have they?
No.
I don't know, but the rumor, I guess Trish is here through SummerSlam, so I would expect the end of this feud, Becky Lynch versus Trish, will be one of the marquee matches at SummerSlam. But the first one, if they do a multi-match feud, could be as early as Backlash, but it looks like that is where they are going. And we got a heel Trish Stratus in our midst here, which I am excited to see.
The only thing I didn't like about it, they took a little too much time in that. You're just like, all right, I know what's happening now.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
They were very quick to be like, Liv, Raquel, get out of here. And then they
congrats on the championships. The exit stage left, please. It's not about you.
Like, you should have, you could have melted a little bit, maybe have them celebrating a little longer, and then it kind of builds up like what just happened. But then they just kind of awkwardly stood there. Trish took her out, and I was like, oh shit, this is awesome.
So it was pretty cool. I'm excited to see Trish as a heel because it's been a long time since we've seen heel Trish status.
Do you think she gets booed? Because she's Trish freaking
No,
Stratus.
I think she will. I think she will. People
Yeah,
love
it's
Becky,
just
dude. Becky.
I know, but
yeah.
it's like, but people love Trish. Like,
Look, she'll get the
I'm
initial pop.
excited.
No, listen, she'll get the initial pop that people will be like, "Oh shit, Trish, this is cool." But like once she starts talking and going into it, like I think she'll be able to.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good time.
It is. I'm looking forward to this feud. Trish, I mean, if that WrestleMania match wasn't the greatest match on the card, but Trish looked good and she looked like she hadn't really missed a beat there. And Becky's one of the best. So it should be really good. So I did want to make mention of that. Also, one more mini thing before we redo our announcement and then plug our stuff and get out of here. Io Sky won a number 1 contendership match.
Yeah. And Bailey didn't look too thrilled.
And no, it was originally supposed to be Bailey and Damage Control. Dakota and Io were in the back and they said, "Hey, what about us? Like, it's always you. Like, what about us?" And it turned out that Io was then entered in the match, and Io ended up winning this match. So now Io Sky is the number 1 contender for Bianca Belair's Raw's Women's Championship. I know it's not going to happen, but I would not be upset if they gave the belt to Io because I think that would be cool. And I think if you did, like, Bianca's 1 in a million, but she's got nothing else to do with that belt. Have her chase or do something else, or have her, they're having a draft in a couple weeks. What if she loses the Raw Women's Championship and then gets drafted over to SmackDown and they do something with her and Rhea Ripley? Because I think that could be the SummerSlam match is Bianca and Rhea for a belt. They teased it the Raw after Mania, that dreadful ass Raw. But, so there could be some good stuff. But again, everything's really murky because, Voldemort's back. So it is what it is.
Logan Paul re-signed. That's cool.
Yeah, and a lot of people online were like, they clearly, I didn't dive into it, but the photo looked very photoshopped.
It was very photoshopped.
Very photoshopped.
The prime drink, if you zoom in on the yellow prime drink, it says blue raspberry.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wow, people went deep. People went deep on this, huh?
They're like zoom, and it blue raspberry.
Oh my god!
And then he doubled down on it, which was the best part. He was like, it's clearly not. It's not the same photo. I'm in a yellow jacket. Stephanie's not there, and the prime color is different.
Yeah,
classic. Anyway,
all right. As you heard earlier in the show, around the 9 o'clock hour, big news here at Love Wrestling. Starting April 27th, 2 weeks from tonight, which also is B2B 100.
Just so happens to be 100.
It just so happens. We will be the debut program as our streams are moving from Twitch on over to YouTube. So starting on April 27th, and it will be starting with B2B 100 every Thursday night between two beards. Every Sunday afternoon, the brunch gimmick. Josh Robinson, the legacy of, is already on YouTube, and it's some of the best content we make here. We produce here at Love Wrestling. You should go find all of those now. Alicia Fox, the newest one that just came out, it is excellent. Quizplex, our trivia show that airs once a month that we are the lead into, will also be moving to YouTube, as well as the return of The Mind Behind, where Spencer Love goes in and talks to some creators in the wrestling world. Stay tuned for who his first guest might be on the return. I think that might be rather exciting too. And then we have Spencer Love interviews. We have Monday Night Shaw and our other Love Wrestling interviews. And then staying on Twitch will be all our reaction shows. You'll have Love Wrestling Reacts. You'll have Firmly AEW, which will be live right after Dynamite every Wednesday night on Twitch. Myself and Big Money Drew blowing off stream, our stream where we meet, where we have some fun, a few drinks, play some video games, and very importantly, at the end of every month, LPW monthly live wrestling will be on Twitch, as it has been for the better part of the last year plus. Those shows are bangers after bangers.
There you go.
There's going to be a little bit of change coming.
More Rich King. He'll be on a lot of those.
Yeah. So that is the big announcement. We're very happy. Stay tuned on our socials. We will be diving into this a whole lot more. I think there'll be an official announcement tomorrow, and then you'll be seeing us promoting the hell out of it. But just in 2 weeks for B2B 100, and from then on, a lot of Love Wrestling's program will be moving over to YouTube, and we will still be here for Twitch every week with live reaction shows, Firmly AEW, and every month with LPW. Pluggo, do your damn thing, brother.
Maybe the move to YouTube will keep the rads away. Maybe they won't
maybe it's a different link, so they won't be able to.
Maybe we'll see, because it's brutal. But yes, this has been a fun show. Thank you to Rich King for stopping by. You know, whatever. More rads to go. They're here every week. It feels like they took last week off to lick their wounds, but they seem to be figuring out a way to get back into the fold. But you will see more rads. There's a bunch of rads matches coming up at LPW 14. Stay tuned. If you haven't seen already. But anyway, you can find me at Pluggo _ on Twitter. You can find me at Pluggo at all other social medias. Just search it. You'll see this face with the Texas Rangers cap, unlike this one. You can find the show page at B2Beards on all the social media platforms. That's where you stay up to date with all the news, all the moves. We're going to be plugging this all for the next 2 weeks, getting you guys set up for B2B 100. We got some stuff in the work for that show. It's going to be a good time. JPJ, you do the rest, my friend.
Yep, as you can see on the ticker below, like Pluggo said, you can find me at Joseph _ Poulin Jr. But if you type in JPJ Loves Gaming, it'll get you where you need to go. You can also find me over on Twitch at the same name, JPJ Loves Gaming. Growing a good community over there. We're playing some MLB The Show, some other games like that, having a good time, just shooting the shit, having a good time, kind of like we do here. Just playing games while we do it, having a good time. So appreciate everyone. Yeah. Well, you're in the chat. Not enough that I would like you, but you're in the chat.
Yeah.
But thank everyone for the show tonight. Tonight was a really fun one. Yeah, it's all good, bro. Please, you don't have to apologize to me. Tonight was a fun one. With Rich King aside, tonight was a fun one. Big announcement. Stay tuned. Appreciate you all hanging in, and y'all know the drill. Until next time.
Jeez. Fahrenheit,
Peace
Celsius.
out.
We learned it all today.
We did.
Look at yourself, help, and your progress. I'm only taking 12 steps.